Sup folks, StugeGG here with a stream replay from 5/27/2018. This is our second night of Stay Democratic People's Republic of Korea, my first and only trip to North Korea. On this one we're going to get through all the endings, all the CGs, everything involved with the game. In the back half we kind of are skipping through everything we'd already previously done just to get back to see those other endings. But we do get to see everything, so you can stay and check it out. Next stream is going to be probably pretty soon after this video goes up if I get up on time, but I'm gonna do Monday, Memorial Day. I'm off for work. It's Monday or Labor, it's Memorial Day, right? Yeah, but I'll be streaming something. I'm not entirely sure yet, but we're gonna continue to stream and get the schedule put forth going forward. But I hope you enjoy. There we go. I know the menu audio is a little loud, so we're just gonna quickly load up here. I think we're just gonna jump straight into it. I'll kind of recap as we get to it in case there's anyone who is watching who didn't check it out before. We didn't see either the stream from Friday or the upload Saturday of the stream replay. Should be our most recent one. We're getting ready to do a group outing. So basically we've gone on every date we could with Jeong and kind of skipped Yoonji because I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to do them all or not, so we just picked all of one, and then if we have to go back and redo it to get the other three, we'll do that because we can skip audio and just do the dates, which should make it a little bit better. But so we're getting ready for a 2-day excursion apparently. I forget where we're going. We're going up here to, I think, the Mount Paektu up there. Yeah. So these are all crossed off. So it definitely looks like we're not gonna be able to go back and do those because we had done Kaesong, Mansudae, and Runga PPG, which is apparently is a water park, which I didn't know was a real thing in Korea or North Korea. But now we're headed up here with both of them. Assuming I remember what voices I did, I think they were pretty standard. I got freaking itch in my nose, so I apologize if I keep scratching it. Coming from all angles, and their firepower is overwhelming. Everywhere I look, I see waves of heavily armed infantry coming right for our lines. In my hands is an outdated submachine gun. I'm going to die here. Of course, it's going to be at the hands of my former comrades. Around me, Yoonji is barking orders at all of us. I plead with her that I can't fire on my countrymen, but my pleas fall on deaf ears. How did I end up here? I never asked for this. All I wanted was a vacation with some buddies in Korea. Instead, I've been impressed into the front lines against the United States charging in Pyongyang. We're losing, badly. Well, we, the North Koreans, I mean. Screw this, I'm dropping my weapon and surrendering. And down I go as I get the non-business end of a USA Standard Select fire rifle right to the forehead. As I go down, I think the attacker screams for my capture. How nice, I'm not going to die here. I'll just be taken back to America and executed as a deserting traitor. Voice is calling me a sweet voice. I recognize it. Well, that's what's her name, isn't it? Right? That's her color. I already forgot the colors, but wake up, Stooge, please. We need you. We're going to be taken back to America as prisoners. I'm scared. I struggle to respond. That blow took a lot out of me. I can tell the person has come closer. I can feel her breath on my face. We'll be okay if you just wake up. Please wake up now. We need you. I don't think I'm doing that right. I probably should have watched it back to see what my voices were from before. It is what it is. And there's real emotion behind these words, like affection. It gives me strength to wake up. I open my eyes. Well, I was gonna say it was backwards, but that's how it's supposed to be. Shine and rise, sleepy. If only all alarm clocks gave us such a sweet voice and pleasant view. Wait, why didn't my phone go off? You're wondering about your phone. The battery died out and it's recharging. I thought I charged it as I went to bed. I'm afraid the power went out again last night. It must have died overnight. It's charging now. I thought I'd wake you. Was I wrong to do so? No, not really. I have no reason to complain. That's a relief. Anyway, please get up and get ready for the journey. Also, you appear flushed and have broken out into a sweat. Are you feeling okay? Shit, I can't tell her that nightmare I just had. It's too strange and too frightening. Yes, I'm okay. Just had a night is all. Having a naughty dream, were you? Why am I not surprised? It appears the other sister has worked her way in and is radiating her typical warmth and charm. You think she would have dropped the tsundere? I always say that wrong, and I say it differently every time too. Routine by now, but here we are. It was nothing like that. But it was a dream? Damn it, me and my stupid mouth. Yes, I had a strange dream, and I don't feel like talking about it is all. Pervert. Well, what did you dream about last night, Yoonji? Well, don't you know it's rude to ask a girl what she dreamed about? Well, it is. Well, it is. You big dum-dum head. That might be the weakest insult you've tossed at me yet. Don't let her get to you, Stooge. She told me all about her dream. It involved you, her, the boombox, and a window. You promised not to tell him. Oh, and I didn't even get to the best part yet. I feel like I'm doing her voice way too deep just because my throat's a little bit scratchy. Two can play at this game. How about I go find your diary and bring it to him? Yeah. And with reflexes that would make a ninja gape in awe, Jiang is dragging Yunji out of the room. Don't delay and get yourself ready. I'll have Yunji buried by the time you're done. Sorry, I'm just checking on something that popped up here on my stream. That's fine. We're good. Wait, hold on. Hold on a second. Let me look at something here. Let me look at something. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. Ignore me. Back to the game. Wouldn't that kill the point of a group outing? Killing is the point. Yes. Avenge me, Stooge. I'll keep your memory alive in my dreams, Yunji. I hate you both. Yunji should be okay. Jiang won't kill her, probably. I also take a quick plunge in the Arctic water that they call a shower and gear it for the 2-day excursion. I think I heard them bickering a bit, so that's a good sign that Jiang didn't kill Yunji. I head out to meet them. Looks like everyone has all of their possessions ready. Has everyone remembered to hit them on the head as well? I get to hit someone on the head? This dream seems better already. No, that's not what that means. Never mind. Yes, I've hit the head. Good. Then let us be on our way to the train station. Looking at the girls, I note two things. One, they both have what appears to be heavy bags packed. Wait. Sorry, the English here is kind of weird. One, they both appear to have heavy bags packed. I'll fight the urge to say something chauvinistic here. Two, they're not decked out in their military duds. They're in civilian attire. I don't think I've seen you ladies out of your military outfits for too long since I've been here. You see them all the time when they get home. You both look very nice in your casual wear. What? What are you complimenting us on clothing for? It's not like we dressed up for you. Speak for yourself, sister. I certainly did. Why are you always showing off like that? Because I know it presses your... I'll push your buttons, okay. I know it presses your blinkers. That's buttons. Anyway, let's get going. And it's not presses your buttons, pushes your buttons. Being the lone guy here, I should carry one of their suitcases. But should I pick a case or try both? I mean, Yunji will likely get mad if I try to carry her things. Then again, she might get mad if I try to carry Jiang's things. I'm not sure how Jiang would feel about it. Sometimes I get the notion that she's trying to push me towards the Yunji, but then she has reservations about it. So, what should I do here? Well, clearly we're going to save since this is a key choice. I'm going to be... Let's see how this works out for us. Sometimes a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Like when you have a trunk full of grocery bags, you don't make multiple trips. You keep slipping them over your wrists until you can't feel circulation in your lower arms anymore. Set in the trunk and break for the front door with every single bag. Bonus points if you can carry the 24 pack of beer cradle in your arm as well. I walk over, slip my bag over my shoulders, and grab both cases. That's very nice of you, but hardly necessary. Yeah, we are capable of carrying our own bags. But I'm the man here, and the man carries all the bags. Is that how it works in America? Come to think of it, shouldn't we be carrying his bag for him? He is our guest. What? No way. This is nothing compared to the weight of my ruck. You wouldn't believe the shit we have to carry. This does seem kind of nice. I hate carrying Glorious Leader's bags to the car. This is a welcome change. Wrong voice, I think. Good point. Wait, you have to carry Glorious Leader's bags to the car for him? You'd be amazed at how many bags he needs. Yeah, most dudes can get by with only one bag, and probably not even a full one. Is your leader that prissy? Careful with what you say now. See you at the car, Stooge. With that, I follow him out the front door with all bags in tow. Well, at least they aren't all that heavy. Aren't at all heavy, okay. So I'm wondering if I can pick up both bags. I wonder if that's a real option to pursue both girls at some point, which is kind of weird because they're sisters. But it probably won't work because I've only gone on dates with Jiang. But same cars I've been riding in this week. We've got the bags in the trunk and we're about to get on the way to the train station. The ride to the train station will be short. The train will take us to the city of Haisan. We will get another car awaiting us and drive to Mount Pictou. Is our driver coming with us as well? No, he has other plans. As we told him of our trip, he decided to do something else. Then who's going to drive us? I'll be doing the driving from Heisan to the base of the mountain. You never told me you could drive, Yunji. Why have we been chauffeured around all week if you have a license? On a list of things Yunji is good at, driving ranks somewhere between subtlety and socializing with handsome foreigners. Well, that's a real... Wait, Yunji's not good at either of those things. You're quick on the take-up on this one. I'll have you know that Glorious Leader told me just the other week that I broke the record for number of potholes hit in one trip. That's not really something to be proud of. It was a record according to Glorious Leader. I guess Glorious Leader has a sense of humor after all. Regardless of Yunji's exemplary record, she'll be the one driving us on the last leg. Saying what I've just learned, you'll excuse me for not saying I'm looking forward to it. You should. After all, since Yunji's driving, you'll have the chance to sit with me alone in the back seat. Gulp. Don't look so nervous. I don't bite. We've done that like 3 times already. That's not what you wrote in your diary. Ow! It appears I need to change the padlock combination on my diary again. See how violent my sister is? Have I even hit her once? No, but you kind of bring it on yourself by taunting her. Well, she teases me just as much, but I don't resort to smacking her around. I had no idea you felt that way, Yunji. Does this mean you'll stop hitting me? No, but now I know your true feelings, and knowing is half the battle. And the other stuff is doing some fucked up shit overseas that you don't want to talk about when you get home. But that's how I always heard that phrase end. Well then, sister, I'll just have to be on my guard and fight back. Now you get the picture, stand up for yourself, and fight for what you want. Are we anywhere near the train station yet? Not too much further. Thank goodness, as I'm not sure I want to be cramped in a car with you two when this conversation goes nuclear. A few minutes later, we've arrived at the train station in Pyongyang itself. And right away, our stuff is loaded into a train as we're herded towards a passenger car. Oh, just realized I forgot to hit my separate recording, so when this goes to YouTube, I'm just gonna have to pull the stream down probably. Uh-oh. Now we'll see how that goes. Right away, our stuff is loaded into a train as we're herded towards a passenger car. On the way, we all make sure to stop at the facilities to refresh ourselves. For some reason, it takes me a while to snag an empty stall. As a result, I'm the last of the 3 of us to get on the train, and it's relatively full, because the first couple of stops have quite a few passengers. For some reason, the 2 girls have split up so that each one is by herself with an empty seat next to her. Are they doing this on purpose? Trying to make me choose between the 2? What's the point of this? The only other option is to sit on a hard, uncomfortable looking bench and invite the 2 of them to sit on either side of me. My butt's already aching at that option, but it might be better than hurting the feelings of one of the girls, okay? We're getting into some dicey territory here. I feel like we're making bad choices. A little help here? I'm gonna sit on the bench like an indecisive wuss. I smell a trap, and traps are gay. Not for me. That's a terrible meme. I was gonna say it's an old meme, but I guess this game is a year old. I think I'll go park myself on an uncomfortable bench over there. Okay, times like this remind me of riding in Humvee. This thing is harsh. Why are you sitting on that bench over there? I couldn't find an open seat. That's a pretty pathetic lie, as I clearly had a seat open next to me. As did I. Fine, you got me. I didn't want to pick between those 2 seats, because it meant not picking a seat by the other person. And here I thought Yunji was indecisive. Like we'd get mad over a trivial little thing like you selecting to sit next to one of us instead of the other. How petty do you think we are? I know better than to answer that question. Fine. Jiang, please move next to me so that Stu doesn't have to sit on the bench. I suppose that is an acceptable solution. Thanks, ladies. My veteran butt appreciates it. I mean, butt of someone who's been in plenty of uncomfortable, not like... You know what, I'll just say thanks and leave it at that. Jiang gathers in her handbag and moves next to Yunji, allowing me to move to her seat, which is slightly more comfortable than sitting on the bench. I guess I avoided hurting someone's feelings, but I wonder if it would have been better sitting next to one of them after all. Too late for that, though. Alright, well, I think we're gonna load and redo that, because I think, like, yeah, we kind of blew an option there. Load. I mean, I feel kind of bad doing this, but yeah, we're gonna... I said the first time I was gonna go through Jiang, so we're gonna do that. Yunji probably would scold me for sitting next to her, right? So the safest option is to sit next to Jiang. I don't know where to next to sit next to Jiang and sit down next to her. And here I was certain you sit next to Yunji. I don't see why. I've enjoyed my time with you and thought we could chat some more on the train ride. Are you saying you haven't enjoyed your time with me? That's not what I'm saying. But you choose to sit next to Jiang? I don't mind if you sit next to Yunji instead. Well, if you insist. Don't bother. My sister, for all of her pleas for me to be honest, is a pretty big liar herself. That's not true. Can you just admit that you like Stooge already? I'm sure it's not like that at all. Right, Jiang? Right, sure. Feeling a bit tired this moment. I think I'll rest my eyes. You'll have to stop running away at some point, you know, or you'll never get what you want. Sorry, busy resting here. Try later, sister. Yank. I think that's her way of saying, let it lie, Yunji. Alright, so I think we had to kind of pick an option there. I don't think I don't think there's a ending with both girls, because that would be really weird. I wouldn't put that past this type of genre, but this is kind of more of an Americanized parody of it, so it probably wouldn't happen. But not too long after, and the train is chugging along at a pace that would make a German mouse tank proud. But I guess it still beats driving all the way there, considering the lack of gas stations and actual modern civilization outside of Pyongyang after all. Well, inside of Pyongyang too, but at least Glorious Leader is trying to catch him up with the rest of the world a bit. Maybe I can catch up on some sleep here. Are you enjoying the trip so far? It's okay, car ride was fine, and while full, this train isn't nearly as packed as the metro on a Monday morning. Got something on your mind? Nothing in particular. Yunji is already taking the liberty of falling asleep. You kind of look like you were, how is it put, spacing out? But I thought I'd talk with you. Hope you don't mind. No, I don't mind. Actually, could you tell me a little about where we were going? You want to know about more about Mount Pig too? Well, more about where we're staying. I understand. It's a small little hostel meant for short stays. It's near a natural hot spring as the typical amenities for entertainment. What amenities are those? Mostly table tennis and karaoke. Nothing beats the classics, right? There's one thing I neglected to mention about the trip that you should know. Are they co-ed hot springs? What would that be? Oh, it's something. Oh, it got dark like real quick. I wonder if it's about to rain. As I say, I had a lot of natural light earlier, and now I'm looking around and it's really dark. The only reason I know is because like the webcam and I had adjusted it for the natural light. Now it's kind of not great, but that's okay. There aren't many rooms at the hostel, and with our budget being what it is, I only booked a single room for the 3 of us. That makes sense. You have to save some money. Did you just say 1 room for all 3 of us? Yes. Will that be a problem? I don't think so. At least not for me, anyway. So long as you have plenty of tissues to clean up my nosebleeds. You never told me you had a medical condition. I'm like stuttering and slurring here. Today's vitamin water is yellow. The yellow vitamin water makes me pee like 10 minutes after I drink it, so we'll see when I have to get up to use the bathroom. No, it's not that. I don't have a medical condition. Come to think of it, I haven't seen you bleed out of your nose during your stay so far. Does this mean you have it under control? Sorry, just a bad joke. Think nothing of it. I'll be fine. We'll all be fine. I don't have any shame about being in my skivvies since joining the Marine Corps. Something about a bunch of sweaty dudes being cramped together in one barracks for 12 weeks does that to you. Why the hell did I just say that? I'm clearly not thinking straight. Well, that's a pity. I suppose I'll have to get over mine too, for this trip. Yeah, it's definitely about to rain, because you guys might not have heard there's a bout of rolling thunder right there. But if it gets bad, you guys will probably start to hear it. Gulp, invisible nosebleed. I'm teasing you, Stooge. You're much more flirty than you let on at times. It's so strange. I feel comfortable around you. You are kind of fun to tease. I can't argue with that. I'm glad. Anyway, maybe we should take this chance and nap. We won't get that when Yunji drives us to the hostel. Probably not a horrible idea. As I watch Jiang shifts into a more comfortable position and closes her eyes. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to catch some winks myself. I'm kind of amped at the moment. Must be the after effect of Jiang's flirting. At least I'm near a window so I can look outside as we roll through rural I hate that word, rural Korea. It's not a bad sight. Wilderness seems less depressing than what passes for a city here. I look back the other way to see Jiang asleep, but now Yoonji is awake. She looks like she wants to say something, but isn't ready to speak up. Hi Yoonji, did you get some rest? Some, not as much as I'd like. That last month woke me up. Can't not back off, huh? Can't just yet. I'm a tad thirsty and I've had some thoughts on my mind. I have my change in my bag, so I can't offer you any bit for your thoughts. What are you going on about? I was going to offer you a penny for... You know what? Never mind. What were you thinking about? I was just thinking about the past few days with you and Jiang and me, just how it's been relatively enjoyable, and I guess Yoonji seems a bit sad. It's just trailing off from that last sentence. Oh, now the my water make me burp. I've enjoyed it as well. I wasn't expecting to be hanging out in North Korea with a couple girls. It's been a nice experience, for the most part anyway. I'm guessing you could probably hear that thunder. It's been a nice break from the routine. For the most part, our lives have been pretty regimented. You could say we were groomed for the military. We never really had any vacations or went anywhere, and our father's been so distant lately. I'm sorry, I never realized you had some family worries. Come to think of it, I never really did ask about your family. I guess I was so focused on having a good time with you and Jiang that a thought never occurred to me. That and avoiding getting kicked in the shin by you, but I'll keep that in a thought bubble. It's alright, we didn't want to make you sad on your vacation with us. I'm not even sure why I'm telling you now. Sometimes it's good to talk with someone new about things. It's easier that way. I wonder about that. I guess I feel comfortable around you. You listen to me, and you're nice to me, even though you tease me a lot. We Americans are a funny group. We generally tease those that we like the most. You like me? Well, of course I do. I like you and Jiang. You're both fun to be around. Oh, I understand. I'm glad you decided to visit, though. I'm going to try and get back to napping now. That sounds like a great idea. I think I'll get a few winks, too. Yoonji curls up as best she can to get comfortable, while I stretch my legs out as much as these cramped train cars will allow. These might be the most serious conversations I've had with the girls since I've gotten here. That was about 3 seconds from the lightning. I don't know if you guys saw the lightning flash, because that would probably have lit up the room a bit. Yeah, that's the stream suddenly ends. That's probably the power going out. I've actually had some power issues in this place, so I'm hoping it doesn't, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I can't help think that there's something on their minds that they aren't telling me. I wonder, are they? No, they're not his daughters. The Glorious Theory's daughters. He'd be too old or too young. Maybe I'll learn something. Maybe I'll learn before having to head back home. Since we've hit a smooth section, I think I will take that nap. The rest of the train ride went without incident. When we got to I don't know how to, I forget how to say those. High sand section, we grabbed our bags and picked up our rental car. At least I think it's a car in the least represented form of the word. John called it a Laika Lada. I call it a Soviet rolling death trap. Think of a rusty old Hugo from the 1970s, and you've pretty much got the picture. Good thing America rejected this piece of perestroika? Perestroika? I guess that's how you'd say that. The Soviets would have described us via car accident, or Soviets would have defeated us via car accidents. I don't know how I read that wrong. The minor issue being I'm cramped in the backseat with Jiang. Though it does oddly resemble the same backseat of the car we've been riding around in all week. The joke about cheap animation, or cheap, when it's one of those one-size-fits-all Korea communist thing. Either way, I'm squished up closer to Jiang than when we overfill one of the LMTVs. I'm trying to think. Light something train vehicle? Light marine train vehicle? I don't know, with 18 or more grunts on a trip down I-95. Well, at least she smells a lot better. Oh, that'd be a troop transport vehicle. Something marine transport vehicle? Would be a train vehicle. I keep trying to look over to see if I can catch the lightning, but to see if it's messing up the webcam. Well, at least she smells a lot better than 17 other sweaty guys. She's also more comfortably pressed against two. My man, and she's soft. Stop judging me. This is my safe space. Okay, so that's not really a complaint. The real complaint is that Yoonji's driving was overhyped. Considering we'd established Yoonji wasn't a good driver earlier, this means her driving is even worse than I could have ever imagined. Well, whichever deity is in charge up there, I'm asking you to deliver me from this threat to my person. I'm not picky about which one of you answers. You're like a little baby with your whining. All of you know I missed that last pothole. On purpose? Let's go with that if it makes you feel better and shut you up. I'm going to die in North Korea in the least politically charged way possible. Death by communist wagon falling off the side of a mountain trail. If you don't shut up, your death will be caused by me strangling you. Ordinarily, I would say something nice to placate the situation, but I'm afraid I'm in agreement with Stooge on this. Have you gotten worse since I've last gone out with you driving? I hope this model has child locks so I can bail out and leave you two plunging into your deaths. Child locks? I doubt this cooler piece of junk even has anti-lock brakes, let alone child locks. Thud. Okay, you hit that big-ass crater on purpose. Admit it. I admit there was a big-ass crater and I hit it. My head would be hurting more, but it stopped. Oh, okay. But it was stopped by the fun bag system installed near my head in the back seat. Maybe this isn't so bad after all. You could try to make the ride a little more cozy, sister. You mean comfy, right? Because you two look cozy enough. Like it's our fault the rental car's backseat is barely big enough to fit a couple of undurfed Eastern Bloc children, let alone 2 fully grown adults. I'm thankful you bathed and put on perfume. It smells nice. Cologne. Guys, put on cologne. Wham. Did you just run over a deer carcass or something? You better not have. If it was fresh enough, we could have cooked it over a fire pit. Good joke. It wasn't a deer carcass, just an overgrown root. Also, if you don't like heights, then please don't look out the window right now. I'm not falling for that one again. Tell me not to look out the window, so I'll look and freak. Holy shit, how are you managing to drive this close to the edge? Talent, and stop screaming. I told you not to look. Okay, the rain is starting. I'm really hoping it doesn't get really loud, because where my setup is here, I'm actually right by a door to a balcony that the rain will just plummet on. Yeah, thunder's getting picked up quite a bit. I can tell that because the mic's staying open. Do I have my noise suppression on? Yeah, and my noise gate. Okay. Just checking. I wonder, it shouldn't be that loud, but I guess apparently it is. Hopefully the rain doesn't get super loud and annoying. Talent my ass. Jung, you're really an ancient Korean deity who has answered my humble prayers, right? I've been compared to goddesses before. However, I don't think I have any actual powers. Jeez Louise, is that loud. My guess is we're just really lucky Yoonji hasn't killed us yet. Way to back your little sister up. How much further do I have to endure this torture? Not too much further. Once we find the appropriate lot to park in, we can take a short hike up to the hotel. We have to hike there? It's not a long hike. I'd say we can take a cable car up there, but it's never really in operation. Hiking won't be so bad. At least I can avoid obvious walking hazards, unlike Yoonji when she drives. Thud. I only hope I remember who I am after the multiple concussions I'm likely racking up back here. Don't worry, if you forget, we'll brainwash me into being our manservant. I'll never make fun of New York drivers again after that experience. Once we got to the parking lot, we had to hike a curved mountain path up to the summit. It took roughly 40 minutes or so. Man, that's some loud and rolling thunder. Once there, Jiyoung and Yoonji led me down a much less used path to a quaint hotel, near to what appeared to be a small natural hot spring that broke up from the crater lake. So my one big disappointment, well, I guess I've got multiple disappointments, in the place where I'm living in downtown Baltimore is, and I kind of knew this going into it, I don't have a great spot to set up like a studio or have like noise canceling stuff around. Because basically you can kind of tell when it's not really dark. When I was lighting, you could see like my TV and my couch probably behind me. Like, so I'm just I've got like one giant great room, a kitchen, an entryway, and a bedroom, and that's it. And then the bathroom's off the bedroom. So unless I try to do it in my bedroom, which would probably be more annoying because that's actually on like slightly above street level, but on a kind of busy street. So you probably hear cars and you hear people walking by the sidewalk talking. So that'd be worse. So if I managed to find a place, there's a place I saw that I could have set up like an extra room as a really nice studio. It was kind of in the middle of nowhere and it was more expensive. So I'm gonna figure out how to make this work at some point. If I do get a green screen again, I still have my giant green screen, but I don't want to have to put it behind me because occasionally, like if I have somebody coming over, it's kind of annoying. Like I've got a soft light already that people always ask me about, but if I put a giant green screen behind me, I have to keep like I don't want to have to take it down every time. I would just move it to the side. People would be like, hey, why is there a giant green screen? And then it becomes like a whole thing. And I don't care about telling people about it. I tell people what I do. It's not a big deal. But it's just annoying to have talked about it every time somebody sees it. But, all right, I should get back to the game. So at mid-afternoon, when we finally arrive, I must say the place certainly does look cozy, at the very least. Maybe rustic would be a good term for it. The hot spring is outside. Looks pretty warm, which is good considering it's pretty damn cold up here. I assume we're getting some hot spring fan servicey kind of stuff here eventually. Guess the girls weren't kidding when they said it was chilly up here year-round. There's also a distinct lack of a partition built in the hot springs. There's only the one spring, and it's not segregated by gender. Is it normal for men and women to share a bath in the hot spring here? Are you complaining of having to share the bath with us? That does not seem very, as you say, nacho. Alright, the rain really picked up, so I was trying to see if the rain was loud enough to trigger past the noise gate. It is not, so maybe we're good. That's macho, and I'm not complaining, merely observing the fact that there's only one spring and it's not partitioned off by gender. I was merely teasing you. The truth is, this hostel was built in compliance for a women's summit that was to be held. Something about discussing women's rights violations around the world. We built this in hopes of securing the bid to host it. However, we lost that bid, but the hotel remains. Not a very well-known place, even here in Korea. So, who won the bid to host the conference then? Doesn't matter now. We didn't get the bid, but we have a vacation spot. End of story. Japan won the bid, didn't they? Curse you, Nippon. Perceptive as usual, Stooge. But we're here to have fun, not dwell on the injustices of the past. I'll go check us in. Please wait for just a minute. I wonder what we should do first while we're here. I think I'd like to relax and leave the hiking until tomorrow morning. A nice relaxing dip in the hot spring, and then maybe some spirits inside the hotel? Why would you mention spirits when we're supposed to be relaxing? Why wouldn't I? Kicking back in Rustic Hotel and sharing spirits with Yoon Jeong? Doesn't it sound grand? Not at all. I hate spirits. Oh, well, you just had to say so. You don't have to join us. Ah! Get away from me, spirits! It appears Jeong has snuck up on Yoonji and frightened her something fierce. I'm sorry, Yoonji. I couldn't resist. You see, Yoonji has always been frightened of ghosts, even to this day. Ghosts? Who said anything? Ah, I get it. We're talking in Korean, so I don't know how I'd be messing up words. Now what? I shouldn't read too much into it, really, should I? Yoonji, did you think I was talking about ghosts when I said to go have some spirits? What else could you have been talking about? Spirits is another word for booze. Alcoholic beverages, firewater. And why did you just go get some drinks instead of scaring me with the talk of spirits? I should have really listened to my Korean teacher when she said use simple language. We're checked in. There are a couple of other guests, but not too many. I ran into one while getting the keys. She had on a rather nice suit, like she was a detective or maybe a traveling salesperson. It was very nice and said she hoped to see me later. Yoonji has expressed interest in soaking in the hot springs. Good idea. Let's do that and on to entertainment in the lounge. Here are the keys, one for each of us. Let's go to your room. Our room, or whatever it said. I follow her inside the hotel, and she opens the door to our room. I'm a little less enthusiastic at what passes for a hotel room at this inn. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks exactly like my bedroom back at your place. It's not all that surprising. This place was built by military labor, as was our building on the base. They probably recycled the floor plans and replicated them for this hotel. Couldn't they have requested something different for the decor, though? Considering the budget for backgrounds, or buildings such as this, probably not. But anyway, at least the bed is big enough for 2 people, so only one of us has to be on the floor. See, I don't mind the fourth wall breaking like jokes, because it's a parody of a visual novel and whatnot. But literally, they made the recycled background joke 3 times already. Like, I get it, you're recycling backgrounds and it's a joke about they recycle backgrounds so they can making new stuff. Can we at least get extra blankets so I can pad the floor a little? I'm pretty sure that's concrete under that thin layer of carpet. And here I was going to graciously let you have the bed with the Yoonji. Can't be serious. Share the bed with a guy you know in the room, with a guy with you in the room? So you're saying if I'm not in the room, you'd be okay to share the bed with him then? I think I saved some of my bonus pay from last month. That's not it at all. Relax, Yoonji. I'm relatively sure she's just teasing us. I'll be sleeping on the floor. You're supposed to play along with the joke, though. But yes, I'm teasing. I'll send in an extra pillow and blankets while we're relaxing. Let's settle in and get to the hot spring. Okay, it's a simple matter of settling in for me here. Still, should I go ahead up into the hot for the spring and wait for them, or should I let them go ahead and catch up? Ow, I just hit my, ow. Ow, I just hit my leg. I don't know if that came over or not. Ah. Ow. Safe. Ah. I'm okay. Okay. Let's let them go first. I should hang back and let the ladies get in the tub first. Given what I think I know about Yoonji, she'd probably be really shy about disrobing at the hot spring in front of me. I think she'll be okay if she gets in first and follow up later. Let me check something, because that seems to help Yoonji. And now if I go first, I'm going to go on ahead and check out the hot spring. Meet you both there. Going to warm up the hot spring for us then? I'm sure the spring is already hot. I mean, it's in the name after all. He has an ulterior motive, I know it. My ulterior motive is to relax in the hot spring, not hurry up and wait for my vacation to start. We'll go with this. I head on out and go to the spring, despite Yoonji's protests. So that's why I think like one choice steered one way or the other. Yeah, the loud snap was likely me hitting my leg. Let me get a drink real quick. It's going away, just like hitting your funny bone. And then you can hear the thunder some more. Once there, I step into the changing station and strip down and wrap a towel around myself. Once I'm at the spring, I take it off. Stepping into the spring, I relax back and just soak in the warmth mixed with the cool air outside. It makes for a pleasant experience. About 10 minutes later, the girls step out, adorned in just their bathing suits. Am I naked in there not? Looks like Stooge is already nice and relaxed. Oh, is that your towel over there? Well, it is a bath, right? I wasn't gonna wear my towel in. Actually, why are you two in your swimsuits? Are you saying you're naked in the spring? Uh-oh. Isn't that how we're supposed to be in here? Does the word modesty mean anything to you? You're supposed to be wearing a swimsuit. Come to think of it, he hasn't had a swimsuit this entire trip. Yeah, I was wearing my silkies whenever I needed to go for a dip. Why would you think you need to be naked? I thought that was the custom in place of public baths, especially in East Asia. I mean, I've seen it in Japan. Not that I mind the view. In fact, it's rather, well, bold. But I think you might be too much for Yoonji to handle right now. Too much for Yoonji to handle? She's averting her eyes. Poorly, I might add. I was not looking. Stupid. Why would you say hentai? That's Japanese. Hentai. I made her angry enough to shout in Japanese. Okay, they addressed that. That probably merits an award. Yes. No. Or no. Just don't look down, Yoonji. I should say the same thing to you. But I'm not the one scared of naked Stooge. I'm not scared, okay? With that, the two finally joined me in the spring. Honestly, Yoonji, it's really not that big of a deal. You're both conspiring against me. Here we are, kicking back and soaking in the mineral springs. Good thing the spring is naturally heated because the air is pretty crisp around us. Nobody's really saying very much as we soak. Guess it's too relaxing to bother with conversation. In all, it's nice and peaceful. That is until I hear footsteps approaching the spring. Uh-oh. Is this another character that I'm gonna have to figure out a voice for? I kind of already went through my two easy voices. But I guess we're gonna do a regular voice, and then we'll figure out what her personality is after a little bit, and we'll figure out what we can do. Well, isn't this just a splendid sight to behold? Looks like I lucked out and picked a date with some eye candy hanging around. She's talking about us or the girls. Turning around, I notice a young female Asian has joined us at the spring. I say at because she isn't exactly in the proper state of undress to join us in the spring. She's dressed in a gray suit that looks more appropriate for a boardroom than a hot spring. She's also got a clear bottle that likely contains something alcoholic. I'm afraid I do not understand. What do you mean by saying there's eye candy here? And one of them is so innocent too. Finally, the gods of fortune shine upon me. Okay, so she is... we're going to describe her as lewd. So what lewd voice? If we assume that's how it would be, we can revamp it later. A nice lewd voice. That might be deep. I don't think this is going to sound right. Let's try this out. And one of them is so innocent too. Finally, the gods of fortune shine upon me. I'm going to have to... That's too deep. That sounds like a man. We'll figure it out. What is she babbling on about? The term eye candy is slang for telling someone they're good looking, beautiful, or handsome. Okay, so she's a... Oh, the lolly's actually a guy? That's disappointing. Well, that was fairly rude. I'm a lean, mean fighting machine, you know. Yeah, whatever. Go to the other end of the spring. I'm on the hunt for those two. On the hunt for those? You mean Yoonji and myself? The one with the nice Gisum? Gisum finally speaks. Truly your cups overflow, don't they? I'm not drinking anything at the moment, so no. Ah, that was the Yoonji voice. 3 characters at once in a conversation is gonna goof me up. I don't think she was talking about beverages, Jiang. Then what was she talking about? Well, it's more about how your swimsuit fits. What's there to say? I get mine properly sized so they fit right. 2 innocents? This is gonna be a weekend to remember. You realize I'm sitting here and know exactly what you're saying, right? Oh, you're still here, lolly boy? Be a dear and fetch me some more soju. They didn't give me a proper amount with this bottle. Hey, he's not your errand boy. He's here on vacation with us. Get your own soju. Yunji stood up for me. I'm so happy. She does care about my feelings. If anything, he's our errand boy and should be fetching me soju. And the happy feeling is gone. Feisty little femme, aren't you? Don't worry. I'll figure out something for him to do to keep him occupied. You won't miss him. My apologies. I'm afraid we don't know you, and our friend here is very important to us. I appreciate it if you treat him with some respect. I'm losing the voices. They're blending. If that's what it takes to untwist your knickers, metaphorically and physically, I suppose I can at least acknowledge his existence somewhat better. When you fetch my soju, you can get some for yourself too. Hey, thanks. Wait, I'm not fetching you your damn soju. It's getting a little too hot in the wrong way here. But I'll see you two cuties later. Make sure he's not with you if you actually want to have a good time. Well, that was weird. Did you know her from somewhere? She seemed to take an instant dislike to you. Now, that's not so unbelievable. Her voice is easy. It's that voice I'm gonna mix up. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Yunji. And no, I've never seen her before in my life. She certainly took a liking to you two, though. Well, let's just relax a bit more and then head inside to the entertainment room. We all now relax a bit more, and after a while the girls get up and ready to check out the entertainment area. After a suitable amount of time, I get out and head back to get changed. The robes furnished for us to wear in the closet, however there's a slight problem. They're all pastel colors. I guess when they built this place to win that women's conference bid, they went all out and got girly robes. I'm expected to wear one too. Great, there's only 2 in here that will fit me. Wait a minute. This is important. Hold on. When we got Jiang the bear, we got her the blue one, she really liked it. The green one she didn't like as much. So she likes blue, even though I would wear green. Actually, I'd probably wear blue because it fits my coloring a little bit better, though green's my favorite color. We're gonna go sky blue. What? Hold on. She liked the blue one. So we're trying to steer this a specific way. The light green color brings up my eyes anyway. Dyeing the robe, I head to the entertainment area. Okay, so see, when we got her the bear, she wanted the blue over the green, but now she likes the green over the blue. Inconsistencies. Ooh, you went with the green one? It brings out your eyes. They're so pretty. Told you so. Now that I've had a chance to settle in, I notice the girls aren't wearing the robes from the hotel either. They're in civilian attire. Am I the only one dressed in a shitty pastel robe? Wait, am I the only one who decided on a robe? There's no way I'd be caught dead in one of those. Yeah, they probably haven't been washed in years. Thanks for the warning, you two. I feel ridiculous in this now. There's nothing wrong with a man wearing feminine colors. Only something wrong with him wearing a women's robe. That would explain why I was having so much trouble finding one that fit. Anyway, weren't we supposed to partake of some entertainment about now? Yes, there's only a couple of things to choose from, as you can see. The selection of things to entertain ourselves does seem somewhat limited. The ping pong table looks relatively unused, guess it's not the most popular activity here. Karaoke machines appears to be in good order, as best as I can tell. No television or radio, guess it makes sense, we aren't exactly in Korea's typical broadcasting range anyway. But there's a bar, hooray for booze. I think the girls have already decided what they want to do. We're obviously just going to start with whatever Jiang wants to do. I hope they have some modern music on this machine. My voice is cracked. It doesn't have anything by David Bowie, sister. I'll check. At first glance, it doesn't appear to. Heathens, best modern singer ever. Ugh. When this game was made, he wasn't dead yet. Now he's dead. That's unfortunate. Modern. What do you guys think this? Take a look at the track list, and dear God, it's like the 80s still lives on in Korea. There's even some 70s music scattered. Scattered about too. Sorry, I didn't hit the push mute button. Which Young seems excited about. Oh, I see something I want to sing. I'll go first. Okay, we'll relax and listen then. Yoonji and I take our spots on the rug, and Jiyoung punches some buttons on the machine. A few seconds later, she's singing a lively rendition of some 70s pop song. What's more, she's really good at singing. I'm not a huge fan of the genre, but I can't help but get a little funky to Jiyoung singing, so I find myself dancing. Okay, as well as one can dance sitting on the floor. It's really more just screwing with my head and shoulders. Sorry, now my nose is running. I'm wiping with my hand. When she's finished, both Yoonji and I are clapping for her rousing performance. This is so unfair, Jiyoung. You've gotten even better since the last time. Thanks, sister. I've been practicing in the shower every morning. It really shows. You could give a K-pop idol a run for her money. Well, not that she'd have much, since you've long admitted that your country's currency is worthless. And nobody really gets paid for the arts here anyway. That compliment seems really shallow in this country, doesn't it? You meant well. I appreciate your kind words that mean much more in your country. Where pop stars get paid more than teachers and soldiers. Touché. If we're done comparing the relatively unfair pay structures in our countries, I think I found something I'd like to sing. Hit it. This time, Jiyoung and I relax on the rug, and Yoonji takes a turn rocking the mic. Looks like Yoonji's gone for retro 80s, also known as current hits in Korea. And she's singing like she's a solo star at Pyongyang's biggest stadium, which I've recently learned is the biggest in the world, actually, because, infrastructure over food, I guess. I didn't know that. They actually have a huge stadium? It's pretty good too, but she doesn't have the contemporary vocal range to stay consistently interesting. Her voice lacks the consistent color needed to perform to the minimum music industry standards. Full-time consideration of another endeavor might be in order. So, while I was narrating, Yoonji finished, I better clap for her. Very nice, Yoonji. You've improved as a singer as well. What did you think, Stooge? Full-time consider... I mean, you were good, Yoonji. Maybe not K-pop idol go, but it was a pleasant performance. Thanks! Yes, the windows even seem to have stayed intact this time. Hold on. I'm gonna get a tissue, because my nose is running like crazy. Hold on. Roll back over here. Mute myself so you don't hear me blow my nose. Sorry about that. Still itchy. Staying intact this time. Never find your body out here, you know. I'm teasing, sister. Anyway, I believe it's our guest turn to entertain us. Very true. Here we are now. Entertain us. The lights are on. What? Oh, light? I don't get that means. Anyway, fair is fair, so relax and I'll go pick a song. Both girls nod, smile, and sit down as I head up to the karaoke machine. I really wasn't kidding about the modern music thing. There's not much past about 1989 on this machine's selection screen. There are a few selections here that I think I can pass off as decent effort with my vocal range. I don't know if this choice really matters for everything. But she liked, I think one choice is probably going to be best for one of them, so I'm going to do 70s disco here. This one should be recognizable, at least I have a good grip on the lyrics thanks to one of my squad mates insisting on singing it while cleaning the barracks. That guy was a weird one, though. He got along pretty well with the chaplain. On second thought, that's probably not a good thing in his case. Glancing at the girls as I go through the song, I get the sense that Yoonji really isn't into the song. Jiyoung, however, is smiling, doing typical disco hand gestures with the beat. At some point during my performance, the strange girl from the hot spring has worked her way into the entertainment area. She's still in her suit, though. I don't know why she didn't don a robe like me, or civvies like the girls. I'm assuming it's not like a man in disguise, because there's boobs. After I finish my number, she steps up to us and starts speaking. Well, I think it's speaking. It's a bit slurred, though. Guess you got more soju after all. I was hoping I'd find my two favorite hotties here, and Loli Boy. Well, that's a pity. That chick robe really does fit him well, though, doesn't it? And that shirt on your busty sister isn't leaving much to the imagination. Ugh, why does everything come back to Jiyoung being busty? God, you people. Still feisty. I like this one. I'll take them both. And now it's getting weird. Aw, don't be such a downer, kid. I got a fresh bottle of soju here. I'll even let you have a drink with us. If you'll excuse me, I need to go freshen up. So how about that drink, Lily boy? I wouldn't be much of a marine if I turned down a drink, even from... What's your name anyway? Just call me Sumeragi. I'm here on business. What sort of business brings someone all the way out here? She a Japanese spy? That'd be my guess. Sumeragi poured me a small dish of soju. Import-export. But what I really deal in are secrets. Maybe I even know all of yours. She's obviously not very good at her job, but she's telling that to us, half sober at a hotel. I doubt that. Jung and I are both in the People's Army. There's nothing we have to hide. Think what you like. It hardly matters what you believe. All that really matters is what other people believe about you. So let's trade secrets. Wow, what in particular? I'll pose a question to you, and you can either answer it or take a challenge of my choosing instead. This sounds a lot like Truth or Dare, you know? Nonsense, that game's just child's play. My game involves getting her to open up a little. Why should I play along with your weird idea of a game? But are you chicken? He's down there. I'm going to get the brunt of whatever anger you... Nobody calls me chicken. Bring on your stupid questions. Well, this should be interesting. Okay. What color panties are you wearing right now? Why do you ask that stupid question? To watch you blush. When you answer, would you like the dare? I mean challenge. The curse always being right. Hush you. Fine. What's your challenge if I don't answer? Nothing too stressful. It's gonna be a nice kiss on the lips. This isn't good. Well, what's your choice? I choose... Sorry for the wait. Hey, I know. How about you sing us a song on the karaoke machine, strange lady? Yoonji appears to have been saved by Jeong's appearance. You want a song? I could do that. Oh, I just know what song I'll sing. She heads up to the karaoke machine where she punches in a couple of buttons. Before the music starts, she grabs a surprised Yoonji by the hand and drags her up with her. What the hell are you doing? This song is perfect for you. I know personally that's one of the glorious leader's favorites. With that, she busts right into a rap song that's past the typical release date for the music in Korea. I guess that explains why Glorious Leader was name dropped here. Oh, and Yoonji's going to kill this girl. I'd better go get a body bag. I don't want to have to sing this. I like nice butts and I cannot lie. Does she have a death wish? Oh good, we were thinking the same thing. That they think that they have any body bags around here? Yoonji's getting flustered and doesn't be able to react to the situation. I'm not singing the words right. Baby got ass. I don't need instant replay to review that this lady just grabbed a handful of Yoonji's ass while spitting out the refrain there. Yoonji goes from flustered to all out murderous rage. I think she's had as much as she can stand, and she can't, as much as she can stand, so she can't stand no more. That's a Popeye joke. These are weird references in this game. Like, who references Popeye? Because I would imagine hardly anyone would get that reference. I'm trying to think, even the most recent Popeye movie was a long time ago, and the Popeye cartoons, no one's watched it in a long time. I barely got the reference, and I'm old. That does it. I'll give it Yoonji credit, she didn't kill this lady. But I'm sure every one of her ancestors felt the impact of the slap Yoonji just landed on her. Combined with the soju consumption, this lady is out cold. Hope that few seconds of grab ass was worth the splitting headache she'll have when she wakes up. I'm dragging this woman's drunk ass to the brig. Go back to the room and I'll bring some soju. I plan on drinking with you under the table when I get back. She's so pissed I can't bring myself to correct her incorrect jargon. Discretion is the better part of not having me feeling Yoonji's second slap shot of the night. There's one thing that bothers me though. Wait, this place has a brig? What resort doesn't have a brig? God, sorry, I keep scratching my nose, just itching like crazy. Freaking allergies, man. Jung and I head back to the room to wait for the soju. Oh, and Yoonji, I guess. She's bringing it. A few minutes later, Yoonji is back with several bottles of firewater. We're all exhausted, so we get our drink on mostly in silence. However, it's worth noting that for her bravado of drinking with us under the table, Yoonji's the first one to pass out. Guess Yoonji's a lightweight when it comes to her liquor. She talks a big game, but she has yet to drink anyone under the table. At least we're already where we're sleeping, so it's a nice change not having to drag her passed out body home. Nothing else further after that is said. I help Jeong tuck Yoonji in the bed, and Jeong gets in next to her. Put on my makeshift futon after a long trip and the soju, I'm really beat. So here's what I would expect to happen next, is we wake up in the middle of the night and one of the girls is like drunk on top of us. That would be my guess. Of what would normally happen, I'm gonna guess it's not actually gonna happen though. There's always tomorrow. So sleepy time now. Okay, no, we just slept in. See? Yunji, quickly now. Wake up, Stooge. We're so far behind we won't get to do much today if we don't get moving. How did this happen? I'm sure I left a wake-up call at the desk. I don't know, but get him up quickly. Maybe we can still go see Rimyongsu Falls before heading back. Understood. Stooge, wake up now. No wakey-wakey. Haven't heard Reveille yet. If you don't wake up in the next 10 seconds, I'm gonna slap you harder than I slapped that woman who drunkenly assaulted me last night. I'm awake. You leave my handsome face alone. You two seem awfully down for being on vacation. We've overslept, and pretty badly at that. It appears that the staff did not honor our wake-up call request. Either that, or someone forgot to put one in. I did not forget. The staff forgot. Shut up. I didn't say anything. Anyway, so what's the story? The last train to Pyongyang leaves at an earlier time today, so we won't have much time to do much of anything. I was thinking after breakfast, we could go see Rimyongsu Falls before heading back home. Sounds like a good idea. Is it like a waterfall or something? Not just a waterfall, but a spectacular conglomeration of 42 waterfalls that cascade into the Rimyongsu River. It's really a beautiful spectacle of Korea's natural beauty, unspoiled by Western capitalist poison. Well done, sister. You finally memorized the tour guide's phrase for Rimyongsu Falls. Sounds beautiful. Nice to be a spiel about capitalism. I've brought our breakfast over here. Let's eat and get changed quickly. I was starting to say quietly and changed to quickly. So let's get changed quickly so we can hike over there. Let's do it. We quickly hustle around getting changed, eating cold noodles and beef. Before long, we made the short hike to Rimyongsu Falls. Couldn't use an easier word there. I'll have to admit, the beautiful spectacle of Korea's natural beauty line wasn't just propaganda. Rimyongsu Falls is a spectacle with its layered and multiple waterfalls that empty in the river below. The two girls that have accompanied me here are also beautiful spectacles of Korea's natural beauty. Oh, we said that out loud. Okay. You can't just say things like that out of nowhere. Baichi? I don't know what that means. She says as she blushes at the unexpected compliment. It wasn't supposed to be said out loud, but I won't take it back. Mama didn't raise a liar. Well, at least I'm not a very good liar. I'd fail in politics. Not like I hate being called beautiful and being compared to a gorgeous waterfall. Wait, you're blushing too, sister. No, that's just sunburn. No way. We haven't been out here long enough. And besides, everyone knows the hole in the ozone layer is only over evil countries like America and Nippon. I don't think that's how the ozone works. Okay, yes, I'm blushing. But at least I'm not acting like a tsundere. You two keep saying that word, but I have no idea what it means. Basically means you're terrible at expressing your honest feelings, so you act like an ice queen. When people finally break through, you show you're a nice, caring person. Still don't understand. Don't worry about it. Half the otakus of the world will love you for it. The other half that don't will still check out your CGs anyway. Now that that's settled, what do you think of the waterfalls? It really is beautiful. It's not as high as Niagara Falls, but the way there are so many of them in layers is truly breathtaking. As I'm watching the waterfalls, I hear something plink into the river in front of us. Turning to the side, I note Yoonji appears to be praying. Not too soon after, I hear plink from the other direction, and soon enough, Jeong is also praying. Making wishes? Yes, I know it seems a tad childish, but it is kind of fun. Perhaps you should make a wish, maybe for love or personality to develop. Guess it couldn't hurt. I could wish for Yoonji to be nice. Don't you want to make a wish that might actually come true? Seems two passengers have forgotten who's driving the car back to the train a little bit. Quite right. Anyway, I'll make a wish. Okay, so I think this seems like a oops. Oh, I could have messed that up. Oops, I just double tapped that. So what I really wonder is if I keep taking the neutral options, is there really just a bad ending where nothing happens? But we're doing the Jeong route. I pull out a euro from my pocket. Looks like this is one from Luxembourg. Yes, that's an actual country. German wishes aside. So I toss the coin in the river. I whisper a wish for Jeong's happiness. Oh, she heard it. She wasn't supposed to listen. That's so sweet of you, Stooge. I forgot my whispering tends to be a little bit louder than other people's. Oh well, Jeong seems happy, so it's fine. We better make our way back and get to the car. If we miss the train, it'll throw everything off schedule, and you might not make your flight home. Oh yes, it's getting closer to your departure date, isn't it? It is, unfortunately. I've enjoyed spending this vacation with you. Maybe sometime in the near future you can both come to America and visit where I live. That would be nice, I think, but I believe it'd be hard for us to get to America. Travel to foreign countries, especially enemy countries, is frowned upon in Korea. We would need outside help in order to get to America. I don't know if there's much I can do, but if I can help it any way, I will. I believe you would. That makes me happy to hear that. Maybe someday we'll take you up on that offer, but for now, let's go back home. So what was the addition of that other girl like? There had to be a reason that other girl came in and had an actual name and a different color. The hike back is uneventful, and as soon as we get back, we gather up our things and head back to the car. Like I say, Yoonji's driving improved, but as stated, I'm a terrible liar. Before long, we're back on train to Pyongyang. It's not all that crowded, but the silence is uncomfortable. I can't shake this feeling that something's going on with these two that they aren't telling me. At any rate, Jeong is reading and Yoonji is sleeping. Sleep sounds like a good idea. I figure we're going to do something special for the last day before I head back to the States. Best be well rested for it. We're hitting near the end here. We're having a game audio for a bit there. We had my favorite short mountain getaway together. It was pretty fun, despite the temperature resembling the time I got drilled in Alaska. Or when I was assigned to Alaska, not drilled like in the... Okay, whatever. The trip back was pretty uneventful. There weren't too many people on the train. Now the audio got really loud. There weren't too many people on the train, so no seat incidents to worry about. The return was definitely faster than the trip up there, though. I mean, we're actually home, and it's not even past national curfew. As soon as we got home, the girls retreated to their room, so I didn't waste much time getting into bed. Since I'm heading back to America soon, I really didn't see the need to unpack my bag from the trip. So now I'm just laying here on the bed, contemplating if I should go say something to the girls or just fall asleep for the night. Knock, knock, knock. Guess there was a third option after all. Wait until one of the girls comes to see me. I'm decent, come in. Good evening, Stooge. I thought I'd check and see how you were doing. Pretty good. Legs are a bit stiff from the ride back, but otherwise I can't complain. Well, maybe I could, but no one wants to hear that, right? Your humor makes me smile, Stooge. Actually, a lot of you makes me smile. Well, this conversation is about to get a lot more interesting. What do you mean, Jeong? The truth is, I haven't been very honest with you or myself these past few days. I'd hoped to get you and Yoonji to really like each other, so that maybe she'd finally find a guy to be with. She's never really been good with boys, and I sort of felt it was my duty to make sure she wouldn't be lonely. And then, tonight it came to me, I wasn't being honest with myself. So is this why we're actually hitting the result of our stuff? You've been put through quite a bit since you've arrived here in Korea, haven't you? Don't put it like that. It's been an interesting cultural exchange, or a cultural challenge, but for the most part I've enjoyed it. And your upbeat attitude, you try to find the good in everything. I like that about you. Oh. Alright, my headphones are turned up a little high. That's why I'm trying to figure out if the volume's really high for everybody or just high for me. I think it's just me. Well, a guy once told me, always look on the bright side of life. Right? Whoa. Jung has moved right next to me and placed her head on my shoulder. Her breath is warm, she's warm, and it's getting me warm. That's a lot of global warming for one bedroom. The truth is, in trying to set you and Yoonji up, I've fallen in love with you, Stooge. You're the most gentle, positive, wonderful man I've ever met this side of my father. And I love you. Honestly, I have to admit, I have strong feelings for you as well. I've enjoyed being around you. I really want to be around you a lot more, and I've been racking my brain trying to figure out how. Okay, so now what? We have to run from North Korea? We can discuss the spending more time together in the future later. I think I have a way we can spend more time together right now that we'll both enjoy. Oh, okay. Jeong just stripped down to her unmentionables, which I'm now mentioning, so that calls into question that little moniker. I think even Lieutenant could figure out where this is going. You don't want to? On the contrary, this is the best thing since I picked up Lance Corporal for the third time. One day you'll explain these references to me, however, today is not that day. Okay, we're getting into it here. And in one quick motion, she has me cuffed to the bed. Oh, so I'm pointing, which doesn't really help. So, wall, ceiling? So we're at like a 45-degree angle. So, okay, sorry. The picture's just really weird. Okay. Wait, what? I'm the top interrogator in all of Korea. I think I told you that once. Tonight I will make you reveal how much you love me. Look forward to it. Oh, so that wasn't much. Like, they didn't even get into it? Oh man, that's kind of, well, not that I really So I'm trying to think. So like when I did Frisky Business, there was no actual like sex scenes in that. It was like weird minigame shit. Tomboys Need Love 2, which I also really enjoyed, though it got really serious at a point, which I wasn't expecting. The scenes in that were a bit more detailed, and while I don't think, well, depending on why you're playing the game, if you're playing it in one-handed mode, maybe that matters, but I think it just adds context, like, because in that situation, usually there's other stuff that happens than just the physical acts. You know, there's confessions, sharing of feelings and thoughts, that kind of thing, admissions. So it's not just like the physicality of it that you're trying to see, it's actually character development, which is a really kind of weird thing to talk about, I suppose. Character development in an erotic visual novel through sex scenes. That's where I'm at in my life. Okay, the guys will never believe this. Hell, I don't think I even believe it, but yes, that just happened. It was quite the experience, one I won't soon forget. The question is, how do I go about making it happen more in the future? I'm due to leave here in another day, and I doubt you can just waltz out with me. Jeong is next to me, sound asleep. Damn, she's even cute when she's asleep. Maybe I should rest up as well, in case round 2 is on the way. I think you heard someone moving. Must be Yoonji going in the bathroom. Wait, Yoonji came in here? Oh, hi Yoonji. This isn't what you think it is. Save it, Stooge. It's exactly what I know it is, and I'm fine with it. However, that does make what I'm about to do a whole lot easier. What are you about to do? What do you mean? In the moonlight, I think I see something shining. Is that a needle? I try to get up, but in the throes of passion, Jeong neglected to uncuff me. Oh, she cuffed me to the bed. I thought they'd been cuffed as in like pinned. Okay. She didn't forget to uncuff you. That was on purpose. But I want you to know, I'm rooting for you both. I really am. You don't have to do this. Whatever you're doing, let's talk it out. Leader's orders. Sorry. With that, she gently injects a needle into me and pushes a foreign liquid into my body. Don't worry, this will just make you two go to sleep for a while, but not permanently. But why? What did I do? Damn. Bedtime, go night-night. Thank you, sister. I don't think I could have done that myself. So what, that we need to be interrogated now? Knowing how you feel about him made it a lot easier for me than I would have thought. Jealous? Shut up. Well, help me dress him and let's take him to the rendezvous point. Understood. Also, you can keep that riding whip. I heard what you two did with it. I'll get a new one. So groggy. Feels like I've been on a 3-day rager while on shore leave and I'm just barely sobering up. Eyelids are so heavy. Need to take stock of my surroundings, though. Oh god. Oh man, that light is barely on and it feels like the inferno of 1,000 suns. Whatever they stuck me with has given me the world's worst hangover. After a few moments more, things start to come into view. Not that there's much to see. I'm in the plainest, emptiest room I've ever been in. There's a table and chairs. That's not empty. The only things I can barely make out are a single door and an occupied chair at the far north room. There's also a table and 3 chairs. Whatever. From the silhouette of the figure occupying the chair, I know it's not one of the girls. Too masculine looking to be Jeong or Yoonji. I wonder where those two are. I'd like an explanation as to why they felt the need to drug me and drag me to God knows where. I see you have rejoined the conscious world. Undoubtedly, you have questions. I'll try my best to guide you, though time is short. That voice, I recognize it. I've heard it a few times since being in Korea, but it's one of the 3 I recognize. I know you, our driver. Where am I? I'm glad the drug didn't dull your senses too much. Yes, I've been driving you around Korea this week. My name is Namgung Kwangjo, and I'm the father of both Jeong and Yoonji. Thank you for accompanying them these past few days, for you have given me hope. Hope? You mean I'm not going to die? Not at my hands, no, and hopefully not at all. Regardless, I put you in danger by bringing you to Korea and associating you with my daughters. How so? I am, as you would say, a dead man walking, as are my girls. My sight's not quite back yet, and it's pretty dark in here, but you sound pretty healthy, and Jeong and Yoonji are both very healthy. It's not like that, Stooge. How much do you really know about the Democratic People's Republic of Korea? Honestly, not a whole lot. Considering I fell for your line saying Pyongyang was right up the road from Seoul. You probably have a good idea about my lack of awareness. North Korea is a bloody dictatorship. Pick your poison. Our leader's made out to be a demagogue, and the one political party we have has a death grip on the nation. You've seen the results around here in your visits. So assuming leadership of the country, Glorious Leader is suspected of executing at least 70 people, most of them potential political opponents and their families. It appears I have made his list as well. Are you saying you're going to be the target of political execution mandated by Glorious Leader? That's nuts. I mean, our leaders are pretty annoying. At least Hillary and Donald didn't kill each other's families and associates. They've already poisoned my wife to death. It's only a matter of time before they come for me and the girls. That's why I made a plan ahead of time. I want to at least maybe save my girls. It hits me just now. So you're the one who invited me to Korea while playing Panzer Medals online, aren't you? You can't wait. I never played Panzer Medals, but you can't play it online. It's just a visual novel. There's no multiplayer version of it. Oh, think. I pitched it as an idea to the party to learn American. I just spit. To learn American soldier over and try to create an international incident. In reality, I wanted you to meet my daughters and hopefully fall in love with Yoonji, my youngest. Okay. Well, I did not plan for you to fall in love with my oldest daughter. It seems that it brought us to the same conclusion. Yes, Jeong did confess her affection to me last night, and I returned the feelings. No need for details. I understand the situation. The problem is, I'm not sure how to go about getting you out of the country safely. The brass are leaning on me to turn you over soon on any charge I can trump up. My plan was to send you and the girls to the United States Embassy in Pyongyang, but that's a no-go. If I had to guess, relations with the USA have been sour for so long, we don't even have an embassy in Pyongyang, do we? No, you don't. I really should have made sure of that little fact before springing this plan. It appears Sweden is a protective power for the United States and North Korea. Yeah, that's a big gaping hole in the plan there. Sweden might take me in and send me back to the United States. Maybe. There's no way they're getting involved with sheltering 2 North Korean citizens. We're part of the People's Army, no less. I'm well aware of that. However, I do have a backup plan in place. He stands up, but I still can't make anything of his face. He goes over the door and opens it, and slowly both Yoonji and Jeong walk in. Be strong, girls. This ordeal will be over soon. Father, I can't believe you here. I can't leave you here to face your death on your own. Please reconsider coming with us. You know I can't go. But Appa, I can't leave you here to die. Oh boy, my voice is bad now. My precious daughter, I wouldn't survive the trip. I built up a tolerance to the poisons our country uses. I'm not immune. Even if I survived sneaking back in the shipyard one more time, I'd perish on the journey. It's enough to know my girls lived on, safe and away from this godforsaken country. He's shaking, literally, and crying along with them. I feel like I'm going to cry myself. This will be the last time this father will get to hold his children and tell them he loves them. Parents will attempt the impossible for the children. This man is trying to avoid the needles and senseless death of his daughter. The needless and senseless needles. Needless and senseless deaths of his daughters. For him, for Yoonji's friendship, for the love of Jeong, I must help him. Sir, what are my marching orders? This isn't an army game, Stooge. This is deadly serious. You think I don't know that, Yoonji? This man is trying to ensure that the 2 most precious beings on the planet to him don't die in a tragically stupid fashion. I handle problems best when I compartmentalize them in a military sense. So, I need to know his plan, our marching orders, so I can help him achieve his final wish. You have my gratitude, son. There's little time, so listen closely. We're in Nampo, a port city south of Pyongyang, on the Taedong River, leading into the Yellow Sea. There's a large order of garments being exported from here today. It took a long time for them to finish the final batch, but it's a large enough shipment to put in a large metal shipping container. It's ventilated, as they don't want the garments to grow musty in a closed container, so you'll be able to breathe. I've been slowly hiding rations and other vital items in the bins. You should be fine for food and water if you go easy on the supplies. So we're smuggling ourselves out by trade ship then? It was the only solution that came to mind. However, I don't know where the ship is heading. Likely China. However, it could be anywhere, from Europe to South America. That's a long trip. What are we going to do about needing to use the facilities? There are a few buckets hidden in the clothing as well. You'll have to sneak out and empty them overboard at night to avoid the smell lingering. The container does open from the inside as well, as a safety precaution. Understood. How much time do we have? Precious little. I believe there are already authorities here in Nampo looking to apprehend all of us. You'll need to find container DPRK 0508-1945. It's on the ground, so accessing it will be easy once you find it. That's a date. I don't know necessarily what it corresponds to. Depending on how you organize that, is it May 8th or is it August 5th, 1945? Is that the end of World War II? I'm gonna cheat. Let's see. I'm looking it up real quick. May 8th, 1945 is Victory in Europe Day for World War II. I got it. How about that? Okay. Excuse me. It's on the ship called Glorious Leader's Generous Hand. One of the girls can point it out. Well, that's a bullshit name if I've ever heard one. I'll wait outside the door so you can say your goodbyes. I'm grateful. Please, do all you can to get them to America. Get them to safety. I don't say anything, but giving him a knowing nod and salute. I think if I try to talk, I'd end up crying. I can't do that right now. I need to be on my game. A few minutes later, the girls come out, their eyes full of tears. Not that I blame them. They won't ever see him again. If we fail, we're dead. If we succeed, it doesn't matter since we can't come back, and he'll be dead. This is 50 Shades of fuck. Don't we already use a 50 Shades joke in this game? I have to keep it together and be strong for them. I have an unspoken promise to keep. Let's go. The girls just nod and follow me out of the building. It doesn't look like the shipyard is too far from here, which is good because as we left the building to head that way, I saw some People's Army soldiers heading right for the building we just left. They didn't notice us though. We need to get by that ship. We need to get to that shipyard quickly and without being seen. Any ideas? Our best bet may be the walking path over there. Yes, that's the expression you would have in this situation. We can try and sneak through the forest as best as we can, and the trees may provide some cover. It's too dangerous to take the main road. Understood. Let's walk at a brisk pace. As we head over the walking path, I quickly check my pockets. They put my wallet in, as well as my keys. On that crappy excuse for a cell phone, they put that thing in my pockets too. Hope it's turned off. Need to save the juice for when we reach our destination. Try to put all the essentials back in your pockets when we dressed you. But the rest of your stuff is back at our place, probably confiscated by now. Well, on the plus side, they can't hold that Tokyo Hotel band t-shirt against me. We both giggle a little at that memory. Good, they need something to get through this. We're making good progress. I haven't seen too many People's Army's members patrolling the walking path. We're able to avoid the attention of a few that are. If we can keep this up for 10 more minutes, we should get there. This is going too well. If you're trying to jinx this, don't talk about the no-hitter while it's still going on. What in the world are you talking about? Baseball expression. When we get out of this and get back to the States, I'll explain it. Maybe while watching a game. Hey, Al Condor, how's it going? I've heard of baseball. South Korea has a professional league and a national team. I think I would like to go see a game with you. When we get back to the States, I'll take you to as many games as I can. But, well, they're not getting back to the States. I mean, I guess I'm not taking this too seriously. I'm not that I was ever taking this game that seriously, but this twist in the game is kind of really dumb. But with that, we again move along in silence. So far, Yoonji's comment hasn't jinxed us yet. We're almost at the harbor now. Just as we're getting to the dock, a lone People's Army member appears. He halts us and speaks in Korean in a harsh tone. Civilians are not allowed here. And who is this guy? A tourist? Where's your group in minder? I'm sweating bullets here, and we need to do something fast, or I'll be wearing bullets. Just punch him. We are his minders. He wanted to see the area up close. You lie. You are not in uniform. Are you here on a sabotage mission? Stay put while I put a call into the commander. Screw that. Kapow. Go home and be a family man. Dear God, you jabbed out his eyes. I knew that MCMAP, I wonder what that stands for, move would come in handy one day. Oh, August 5th. Okay, so I guess it could be either way depending on how you look at it. So yeah, so then the World War II, yeah, was technically the whole end of it, but victory in Europe was declared on May 8th. And so I guess that, depending on how you put it, is either the bombing of Hiroshima or Victory Europe Day. That's kind of interesting that they were reverse dates like that. I guess if I looked at both, I would have saw that. You know, plenty of time to explain what the hell that was. Once we secure ourselves on the ship. So we took that guy's eyes out, apparently. I dragged the blind and unconscious army member's body away and hide him in a nearby tool shed. We should be gone long before he comes to. Let's move, Zhang. Lead the way. It doesn't take long, and Zhang has us looking at the ship. With all the hustle and bustle of getting the thing out of port, we were able to sneak on board. There, container DPRK 0508 1945. I'm just trying to think for the people. I forget the people who made this game if they're in America or not. Because if they're in Europe or Asia, they would have done the reverse way. So, except inside a metal container, I can't help but shed a single solitary tear. When people do alliteration like that, why's it gotta be S's? Kills me. We close the door and lock it behind us. There's some light coming in from the vents, enough so we can rummage for stuff when needed. We head towards the far back and sell in for our trip. Guys, I have to pee. Let's scrounge for one of the buckets, StugeGG. This is pretty much how time goes. We scrounge for the food and water that Guangzhou left for us. We sleep, we try to entertain each other. I try to bolster their spirits by going to the west. Seriously, StugeGG, if we settle into a good-sized city, you should consider taking up culinary school. Your kimchi was great. There's a lot of Korean eateries that could use a cook like you. They tell me stories about their parents. I think it's cathartic for them. In general, we just try to keep ourselves from going bonkers for being locked up in a shipping container out at sea. Fortunately, at least none of us get seasick. Finally, after who knows how many days, I hear people talking around the container. They seem somewhat distressed. What's more, the container's getting lifted in the air, likely by a crane. Did you catch any of what they said? The Korean said something about not being behind on the shipment. I can't make out what any of the other people said, as I don't know what language they were speaking. Did you happen to hear the Koreans mention where we are? I think I heard someone say, "Welcome to TARDIS," when we arrived in port. Damn, I know it's in Europe, but I can't recall where. I don't know where TARDIS is either. It does explain why we were on the ship for so long, though. It felt like we were in the air there for a bit, but I think we're not on the ship anymore. We must be on a cargo truck heading somewhere. I'm afraid I didn't catch where the truck is heading. I suppose we'll find out when we get there. We should change back into our uniforms, so we can officially surrender our citizenship at the nearest embassy. We are from true North Korea, after all. Not much else is said. The truck rumbles along the road for hours. We do have one interesting conversation on the ride, though. Mostly I tell them about the West. I mostly tell them how nice it is, beautiful scenery and friendly people opportunity. Probably sound like a commercial, but they sound excited. Finally, we appear to be pulling into somewhere to stop. I wait a few minutes to make sure before peeking out the box. The coast is clear. Let's hop out. The other box is stretch your legs for the first time in weeks. What the heck is that music? Finally taking a good look around, I notice that wherever we are, it looks like a damned war zone. Literally, I think I can see damage from mortar stones in the buildings around us. The air doesn't smell so good as well. Can you make out where we are at all? I glance around, trying to find a marker. Not too far down flies a flag over a building. Green, white, black, some red stars. Is that Iran? Syria? Is that Syria? I think it's Syria. I think we're making a Syria joke. I think I recognize this flag in this place. So where the hell are we? Yeah, Syria. I was trying to picture it in my head. Yeah, it's Syria. I was trying to remember what Iran's frame looks like too, but I don't think it's the same. I think Iran's got yellow. I don't remember. Syria. Oh, what the fuck? Is that the end? Is that gonna be the end of the game? Yeah. Okay, so I figured we were gonna get like a troll ending probably, and we did. So we'll see what happens if we pick Yoonji instead, because apparently that's the canon in Yoonji. Why is this pixelated so badly? It's pixelated, like, my version of the game is pixelated right now. It's rendered poorly. Okay, so we'll finish this. We'll probably start fresh from the beginning, just have it skip through all the stuff we've already done. One nice thing is when I just record, like when I record the other ones just for YouTube, I would cut that out and just put everything in. You guys are gonna have to sit here for probably like 5-10 minutes while that plays through. These Kickstarter backers. I'm guessing if there's other endings, it seems like they gave Sumeragi a name for a reason. She's got to have some other involvement. Why is that so blurred? Is that rendered so poorly? Because like just like a look here. So we're missing that. I'm missing 2 there. So I'm guessing those are the other endings. The true ending, maybe like a bad ending. Now, if there's there's got to be a scene with Yoonji, which is probably that. Alright, hold on. Okay. We'll just put it in as Stooge again. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna just let it skip through as we go here. I figure she has to be. I don't think these choices matter, okay. Mommy, so it was popular 4 years ago. It's not really new at all. You're just glaring at me. I don't think it's the best way to handle things. I'll tell you what, let's go back. Since, I don't know if it really matters at all. So we're going to see a lot of new stuff because we're going to see the dates with Yoonji, which we hadn't seen before. I don't know if these early choices matter at all, but we're just going to keep rolling here. Okay, so choices are, like I said, we just want to do the Yoonji stuff. We'll start with Wonsan here. Okay, looking on the map, a coastline on the east side of the peninsula has been circled in red ink. Also on the coast, it looks like someone added bikini sprites here. Who might argue with the unseen hand of fate beckoning me along? It looks like this may be a bit of a haul, but Wonsan looks like it's a cool place to go. There's usually lots to do at the beach, right? I swear, if I ever find out who wrote that comment about the bikini and the code, he's going to be in the gulag for a month. Let's say after a month? For a month. Well, I'm not taking you there. Just forget and pick somewhere else. Oh, and here I was hoping to get the split watermelons while Jiang had me help her with sunscreen. Think you could take me then, Jiang? Of course. It would be my pleasure. Well, then it's settled. I'll go grab something to wear on the beach and we'll get the driver over. Oh, no, you don't. Nothing is settled. Hear me now? You get your scrawny butt back here. And you, sister, don't even think about trying to edge in on my date. You want to go with me alone, right, Stooge? Now, sister, it's not my fault Stooge wants to. Don't place the blame on me. You're the one who flipped out when I suggested she's going to want San, Yoonji. You're goosing the question. That's it. We're going. Get your bathing suit and meet me at the car. But you said you wouldn't go there. Oh, wrong voice. I thought it was me saying that. Change my mind. As American says, nutta up or shutta up. Okay, I know for a fact I didn't teach her that. Yoonji starts to head back to her room where Jiang calls out, "Don't forget your bikini!" I'm not wearing one. He can swim if he wants to. I'll wait on the beach. But it really won't be that fun of a date if I'm the only one swimming. Go ahead, just wear some shorts or a one piece if you're nervous. You should still swim though. That won't do. The code clearly calls for bikini sprites. Glorious Leader has written this into the code himself, so she must wear a bikini. So if this whole time, if they know they're planning on betraying North Korea, I don't understand why they're so vehement in defending it. It doesn't make a ton of sense. 301 backers this game had, that's probably a decent chunk. And this is Dev Group, right? Is the name of it. I think they've done other games that are pretty well known. I think so. I mean, I know there's a couple like visual novel developers that are pretty well known. The Sakura game one, but they're more well known for having really stupid games with no choices that are all just about fan service. Which is why I haven't done any of those, because while they're probably stupid and fan servicey, I don't think there's much to them, and usually they're pretty bad. Maybe I'll play one eventually. I think I saw, with the Steam sale going right now, I think I saw one for sale. Maybe I'll get that. We'll see. Fine. Can't be helped if Glorious Leader has instructed me to wear one. Oh yeah, but 301 back there, that's probably about average, I would say. I mean, how many did Town of Salem get? Good. You need some sun anyway, sister. Well, I'm gonna go grab my stuff so we can head out. I'll pack some snacks for the ride. Yoonji needs to get ready too. It might take her a few minutes to dig out her bikini from the mess she calls her room. Jiang laughs as she leaves the room. Hey, I pick up all my things once a month whether I need to or not. How in the world does your room get so messy when this country barely allows any consumer goods over the border? All Koreans have access to bountiful supplies of You and I both know that's not true. What happened to everyone is equal? Everyone here is equal. Some are just more equal than others. Anyway, it's a fairly lengthy drive to Wonsan, so we need to hurry. Don't forget your bikini. She's probably stewing over to that one. She's so adorable when she's annoyed. I guess I'd best go get my swimming trunks and get moving. I really hate the fact my new phone was confiscated. There's no way I'd be able to get anything better than some 1970s KGB spy photo level pictures with this dinosaur of a phone. I'm still surprised it even takes color photos. Well, nothing to do now, off I go. Why must you take so long getting ready? It's going all of 5 minutes. How is that taking a long time? Do you know what could happen to those extra 2 minutes you took staring at yourself in the mirror? Certainly a lot of things could happen, but I'm not sure why that matters. It matters because we could have already been in the car and gone 2 minutes ago. True, but we also could have been in the car these past 2 minutes you took lecturing me on supposedly taking too long to get ready. There's that annoying attention to facts again. Let's just get going already, stupid. Before I can reply, Yunji's already grabbed my hand and is dragging me out the front door. And just like that, we're already in the car and on the road. I can't tell if you dragged me by the hand because you love me or hate me. Oh please, I heard your heartbeat faster the instant I grabbed it. You kept complaining like you don't enjoy it. Who said I was complaining? Yunji gets up close to my face while she frowns. Sure sounded like you were complaining with that nonsense question. Suddenly the car strikes a puddle and Yunji falls into me. In perfectly awkward fashion, her lips smack on mine. Please, blah. You did that on purpose, didn't you? No, it's... That impromptu makeout session was all due to the terrible conditions of our country's roads. Yeah, heh. A likely excuse. You just wanted to steal my first kiss, didn't you? How would I even know that would be your first kiss? Well, use some of your mystical protagonist powers, didn't you? What the hell are you rambling on about? I don't even know anymore. All I know is you stole my first kiss. How will you make it up to me? This is really dumb now, but whatever. I guess that's how it's supposed to be. Make it up to you. Are you serious? You're the one who fell into me. So I guess you could say this was your fault. Well, it doesn't count, you hear me? I'll deny it if anyone asks. Sure, but deep down, you'll always know you liked it. I wink at her, hoping to make Yunji stew in anger a little bit more. I'm going to kill you and feed you to Kumio. Kumio? What's a Kumio? A Kumio is a sinister fox that can turn into a beautiful woman and eat the hearts of men, especially protagonists. It's a beautiful woman who kills men. Guess you have some competition. Or just shut up and scoot over some. I want to take a nap. It's going to be a long ride. Say please. Please. Well, since you said please, get some rest. Let's go over to the side of the seat, and before I can say anything, Yunji's already plopped her head in my lap. Oh, hey, Stu, mind if I use your lap for a pillow? Oh no, of course, go right ahead. Thanks for asking. Oh, hush already. You stole my first kiss from me. You owe me this much. Do I know? Are you sure this is enough? It's fine. I pat her head softly, and she smiles. You like that? I don't hate it or anything. After a few minutes, Yunji dozes off in my lap. What am I going to do with you, Yunji? I keep stroking her hair and feel my own eyes getting heavy as the car rolls softly along the surprisingly well-paved road. So I think we'll have the 3 dates that we're doing. Play through, make different choices that seem to side with Yunji more, get a Yunji ending, and then I'm guessing there's like a neutral ending where I do that thing where I don't talk to either one, I don't make a choice, and that kind of thing. We'll see how that goes. Wake up, sleepy pants. We're in Wonsan. Time to go on our date. He seems pretty happy. That's unusual. Great. What should we do first? So here's now a weird thing. The first date we did with Jiang, she put her head in our lap and went to sleep, while her dad's in the front seat driving and looking at us. But the plan was to hook us up with Yunji. So Jiang was like botching it from like day one. And being overly like flirty and touchy with us with her dad like 5 feet away. Kind of weird. It's pretty hot out already. How about we go to the beach first? And see the rest of the town after. Maybe visit a shrine or look at some shops. Sounds like a plan. Let's hit the beach. And why they show me around? I guess we're just going on dates. I don't know. It just seems weird. Yunji giggles. Wait, giggles? Is that right? That totally doesn't match your personality. I need to have a serious talk with whomever is in charge here. Are you coming with me, or are you planning on staying in the car the whole time? Miss out on some ham-fisted beach episode? No way. Well, let's get changed then. Understood. Lead the way. I don't even need to offer out my hand. She's already grabbed it and is taking me over to the small hut just off the shoreline. Maybe calling it a hut is a bit much. It's more like an outhouse. Worse, there's only one, so we're going one at a time. Whistle, whistle. I can't whistle very well. Wait, why are we both just standing outside of it? Well, what are you waiting for? I was waiting on you. Ladies first and all that. Would you mind going first? Wait a minute. After all that bravado about the glorious leader and dragging me to a beach, you're scared to go put it on first? Look, I'm nervous, okay? I've never worn a bikini in front of a man before. I've only worn in front of Jiang. I don't like wearing in front of her either. I can understand maybe being shy around a guy, but why your own sister? Because she always gets all the attention. I think someone may be a little jealous. Worse than that, she always tells me that they haven't grown at all. I keep trying to tell her that there's more to a woman than breast size, but she just laughs. Guys are always staring at her. Sometimes I wish they'd stare at me. Not that I like that or anything. So like the entire other time, like she was standing off. Now she's like opening up to us like day one. Maybe the first time I ever heard a woman say that they wish guys would stare at her. Usually most women wish guys would stop staring. I guess it would be uncomfortable, but also does sort of validate you in a way. Speaking of uncomfortable, this sudden honesty from Yoonji has me uncomfortable. Okay, I'll go first and get changed. Thank you, I am grateful for your understanding. Think nothing of it, I won't be long. I go inside the outhouse. First thing I notice is it's freaking dark inside. You think I wouldn't be surprised at this, considering the lack of updated infrastructure I've seen in Pyongyang and the rest of the country. Yet here I am, creating a monologue on how annoyed I am at the lack of electricity. Why didn't the builders put a sky window in or something? Or someone could have requested an outhouse scene with a candle or a torch, hint hint. Yeah, I get it. You've already talked about cheap backgrounds like 10 times. Still, a few minutes later, I'm in my silkies and ready to hit the beach. Now, do I play it cool for Miss Tsundere, or do I hate things up by giving the gun show on exit? While Midland's approach sometimes leaves the greatest impact, or so I've been told, I'm still skeptical about that. There's just some bullshit a congressman told us when it came to cutting Marine Corps funds, though. Oh yeah, you taxpayers complain every time the Corps gets a new uniform. Do you know that we, the grunts, actually have to buy them with our own money? Yeah, ain't that the bullshit? Anyway, no need to show off those Navy, no need to show off like those Navy flyboys. Are you okay in there? You didn't fall in, did you? This outhouse barely fits a half-starved Korean worker. I don't think there'd even be enough room for me to sit down, let alone fall. Well, come on out already, so I can get changed. That's really cute. I push him the door and slowly step out. I guess you're acceptable for an American. Well, that seems like a very bland reception. Just take the compliment. Your face betrays you. No idea what you're saying at all. Sorry, idiom. Remind me again when I put up with you. Deep down, you know I'm cute. Better be careful. If your ego inflates too much more, you won't be able to get back in the outhouse to change. Yeah, if it inflates past that, I might just float away across the board as separate as Korea. Keep babbling, you just might. I'm going to change now. Try not to miss me too much. I'll try, but your bubbling presence is like a beacon of light in the night. Specifically a flashlight from another Marine going Firewatch time, bitch. That was awful, and yet yes, I've heard words pick up lines. With that, she walks in the outhouse and slams the door behind her. Pretty sure she's mumbling something about the stupid American outside she changes. For someone to complain about me taking so long to get ready, Yoonji hasn't exactly been the model of speed changing herself. It's been 10 minutes, and I'm pretty sure she hasn't made a peep. Yeah, and I'm the one taking too long. You okay in there, Yoonji? It's been 10 minutes. I'm fine, just taking my time, okay? Taking your time? Have you even changed into your swimsuit yet? Yes. Are you coming down with a sudden case of shyness? I already told you, I've never worn a swimsuit in front of a man before, so I'm a little nervous, okay? Would it help if I close my eyes before you walk out? A little. Okay, I have my eyes closed. Come out and tell me to open them when you're ready. What if I'm never ready? And you'll have to lead me around Pyongyang describing everything around in a text box, like some sort of low-budget visual novel. Okay, I'm coming out. I hear the door open slowly and her muffled footsteps coming out from the outhouse. I think I'm okay. You can open them now. We've already seen this, so we don't care. Do I look okay? Okay, she's hotter than a Willy Pete shell going off in a crowded market square. I don't know what Willy Pete references. I'm assuming it's like a high explosive, like, grenade shell. Willy Pete would make me think if they're just using short term, that'd be a well-placed shell going off in a crowded market square. I don't know. Yoonji looks fantastic, though. I mean, she's not as filled as her sister, but there's a little something for everyone in this game, you know? I'm getting changed. Whoa, hold up, Yoonji. Don't make that sounds for disapproval. I was monologuing. I don't understand. Yoonji, you look great. You have nothing to worry about. And to be honest, I guarantee you the guys are staring at you. You just can't see them. Again, I don't understand. Can you please speak plainly? Sorry, I just meant that you don't have anything to worry about. Thank you. I feel a lot better. I was worried I wasn't attractive. You are. Then maybe you need to lighten up on the tsundere routine. Now, let's hit the beach. We head on over to the beach. I must admit, the ocean is exceptionally clean and blue around here. Hope it stays that way. They could probably actually make money off tourism with this ocean. Well, if they ever got over the whole build nukes and piss off the entire world thing. I spread the towels and put up the umbrella. Then I noticed we're forgetting something. Yoonji, did you bring any sunblock? No, I'm afraid we didn't have any. Do we need it? Sunburns are no joking matter. Do you want to know how much of a tan I got after 9 months deployment in the baking Afghan sun? If you're so worried, they may have some of that store over there. Better lead the way. They might forget if I go alone. If I'm not shot first. Well, I can't have you shot after being so nice to me about my swimsuit. He had my hand in his grip and I left the store. Well, what's being passed is a store. I'm pretty sure the store is state-run. It's small, sparse, and the cashier's wearing an army uniform. It's well stocked, though. Oh, and he has a rifle slung over his shoulder because, you know, what if you have to engage invading naval infantry in between shifts? I suppose that's one way to discourage shoplifting. This shop was set up specifically to service foreign tourists, but we can't be too careful with foreigners, so it needs protection. Maybe if you didn't confiscate t-shirts you deemed as anti-Korean propaganda, you wouldn't need state-run shops like this. Yeah, and like, why do they take my t-shirt at the beginning? If they're planning on defecting anyway. Doesn't make a ton of sense. I am not having another discussion about us taking your t-shirt. Though, I have to admit, if you want to get foreigners spending money in your shops, confiscating half their stuff on the way in is one way to do it. I'm going to let that one slide, but only because you compliment my swimsuit. Let's just find the sunblock and go. There's not a lot in this store, which means the selection leaves a lot to be desired. Just look at everything else in this country. It's hugely stocked, are you kidding me? There's only one bottle of sunblock and appears to be past its sell-by date, and it's only SPF 2.5 to boot. Well, beggars can't be choosers. Literally. There's no choice here. I pick it up and pay the nice, heavily armed cashier and we're on our way back. Just a warning, this bottle won't survive the day. We're going to have to reapply this early and often. How early and often do you think? I'd say that by the time we're done applying the first coat, it'll be past time for a new coat. Whatever, I'm gonna lay down and relax. Would you like me to apply the sunblock to your back? Is this some sort of excuse to get your hands on me? Typically it would, but now I'm just looking out for you. And I suppose afterwards, did you want me to rub it on you? Well, yeah, I don't want to sunburn either. We should have gone indoor skiing. Maybe next trip. You'll be lucky if you even get another date. Yuji turns around and lets me apply sunblock to her back. In turn, she does the same to me. Afterwards, we finish slathering up and... Afterwards, we finish slathering up and lay down under the umbrella on our towels. Okay. It's just kind of a little bit weird. Okay, we nap for a bit and take a quick dip in the ocean? That sounds like fun. Sure. With that, she smiles and closes her eyes. Guess I'll do the same. StugeGG, you are in danger. This some sort of dream? Gunnery Sergeant Hartman? Pretty much. Did I get the ominous voice thing right? It was okay. I've heard scarier. Is this better, maggot? Ah, Gunny, what the hell are you doing here? Do not give me that shit, maggot. You're in danger, you limp dick fuck nugget. Jeez Louise. God damn it, Gunny, get out of my dreams. Well, that was completely weird and unnecessary. You okay over there, Yoonji? Looking over, I notice Yoonji isn't there. Only then do I notice splashing in the ocean. Looks like Yoonji is having some fun swimming. Wow, I guess she does know how to have fun. She glances my way and notes I'm awake and waves me over. So I head into the water. Kind of cold, but not too bad. Glad to see you're awake. I was afraid you wouldn't get a chance to go swimming. How long was I out? About an hour or so. Unfortunately, a driver came and woke me up. We have to head back soon. Glorious leaders put the whole country on high alert. If we don't get home before a certain time, we'll spend the night either at a hotel or we'll have to camp out somewhere. Sounds serious. What happened? Seems there's been a national emergency yet again. It appears the glorious leaders run out of important French wines, and they're therefore under alert until next shipment can come. That doesn't seem to warrant martial law. Reports are incomplete. A glorious leader wouldn't institute such a drastic action unless it was justified. I guess I'll bury that gift deep in... my big bag at the house. You make a joke about having wine? Nothing important. Carry on. Well, either way, let's not let that ruin our fun. We should swim a little before changing and heading home. With that, we splash around, have a couple swimming races, and generally have a good time. Or try to, anyway. My tension at being in this country goes by the minute. Afterwards, we get changed and we're back in the car heading for Pyongyang. I wish we had stayed a little longer. There's a nice little shrine in that area. We could have made a wish. Well, there are other ways to make a wish. Dandelions, falling stars, even the digits on a clock. One of those things doesn't sound like the other. If you have a digital clock somewhere, you wait for the numbers to align to a time like 11:11 and you make a wish. I'll give it a try sometime. Would you mind letting me use your lap for a pillow again? I could use another nap. All you do is nap. No worries. That she lays her head down my lap again, and we're heading home in the same way we went to the beach. I get the feeling that the whole national emergency thing is just more propaganda, to make sure the Korean populace knows who's really in control here. It really blows. The two people I've interacted with most seem really nice. They deserve better than being on a false high alert. Looking up, I think I see the driver staring back at me in the rearview mirror. If he knows that I noticed, then he obviously doesn't care, because he makes no motion to stop looking at me. I'm not sure what to make of it. So okay, the dates with her, so like the canon ending I think is supposed to be with Yoonji. So now we're like getting little insights into stuff. Maybe I'm just paranoid and sleepy. Or maybe I just missed him when I played through the first section. Okay. Skip, skip, skip. Okay, so that happens no matter what. The boob grab happens no matter what. So that's just a scripted thing. Okay. So what we got? A choice between Pueblo and Yangaku. Let's do Pueblo. Hidden amongst all the Korean nameplates, it sends a very, very odd name for a place in East Asia. I've got to see what's behind it. I'm curious as to how a place called Pueblo ended on the map of Korea. Care to explain? I can do better than that. I can show you. Get dressed and we'll go there. Never said I wanted to go there. Too late. No back takes. We're going and that's final. That's take backs, and I can't take anything back as I didn't ask in the first place. I may as well give up. Going to Pueblo is one of Yoonji's favorite tour destinations. If you don't go willingly, she'll just drag you there anyway. Give me the gist of what's there at least. It may be better just let you see for yourself. I don't want to spoil Yoonji's fun. Yoonji has fun outside picking on me and tormenting her comrades? Of course she does. She also torments me. That's not tormenting, Jiang. That's sisterly affection. Stealing my clothes and towel from the basic shower room and forcing me to chase you is not showing affection. I've only done that once. No, you've done it 11 times, and it wasn't funny or cute even once. I beg to differ on the cute part. See, even the American over there thinks it would be funny. No, he said cute, which means his mind is thinking something rather dirty. Guilty as charged, Comrade Commissar. Haha, very funny. If you sat your commander in the Korean People's Army, you'd be shot. He's always so sarcastic. What, even my humor isn't bad enough to get me shot? I suggest you try it while we're out today and see where it gets you. Anyway, go get dressed while I call the driver. Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Well, time to take a quick shower and get dressed so I can see... Didn't I just take a shower? Because then when we grab the boob, boop, 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 boop. If you're just excited about it, then I'm both curious and scared at the same time. Shower and clothed, check. Wallet, check. Cell phone, damn it. I'm as ready as I'll ever be then. Do all American take so long to get ready? We just had this. What are you talking about? I was going for all 10 minutes tops, including shower. You'd have been whipped 5 times for being 5 minutes over the limit. You mean to tell me you got ready in 5 minutes? That's surprising considering the state of your room. I'd imagine it'd take you at least that long to even find your shoes. Why is that? Don't Westerners get ready in 5 minutes? Hell no they don't. I mean shit, my sister takes 3 minutes just to put on her makeup, let alone pick out what to wear. Of course, then again you have an advantage that you already know to wear your uniform. He does have a point. On days off it does take me a couple extra minutes to pick between the 3 acceptable off-duty blouses I own. Yeah, you're pretty annoying that way. But still, 5 minutes? That doesn't see... Stop wasting time. The driver is waiting. With that, usually grasps my hand full force and drags me out the front door. Was it with these girls dragging me by the hand? Though I guess it beats her barking orders at me. Stop dragging your toes. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's like she can read my mind. Scary, I tell you. Once outside, I can see the car waiting. The driver's watching our approach, and I'm pretty sure he's snickering at Yoonji dragging me around like an overstuffed rucksack. I can walk on my own, you know. Perhaps, but you're capable of doing it in a timely manner. Sometimes, it's just not worth arguing with Yoonji. I give her the raised eyebrow salute before hopping into the familiar seat of the back seat of the car, sorry. To Pueblo, driver. The driver grunts in response as he starts up the engine. You know, it wouldn't kill you to say please to the poor guy. He does have to drive us to our destination and sit around in the car until we get back. Not necessarily. Glorious leader might call for him in between. Anyway, he's a subordinate. It is not necessary to show courtesy to a subordinate. You might start expecting or something if you start doing that. You realize that you're not showing courtesy to the man who could literally drive us off a cliff or something, right? For Peach's sake. Peach's sake. If it'll make you happy, I'll thank him. Thanks for driving us, comrade. For my effort, his response is the same damn grunt he gave before. He said thanks. Can we talk about something else now? It's your dad, you need to be nice to him. Sure, how about tell him what Pueblo is, because I'm pretty sure it's not anything like the city in Colorado. I could have sworn Pueblo was in New Mexico. Nope, definitely Colorado. Well, I'm looking up on a map real quick. Is it near the border? Am I just crazy? Nope, it's like dead center Colorado almost. Why did I think it was New Mexico? Oh well. Alright. Bwomp. Bwomp. Okay. Hold on. Pueblo is part of a museum in Pyongyang, a museum of the greatest importance to our national pride and history. Sounds interesting, but why in the world would part of it be called Pueblo? That's a Spanish name and the name of an Indian tribe in the US. I could have sworn the Pueblo Indians were in New Mexico. Oh well. Call me crazy, but I don't think your relatively sparse international ties include Spain or Indians. You aren't crazy. We didn't name it ourselves. Well, if you didn't name it, then who did? I don't know the name of the individual who named it, but I'm relatively certain he was a member of your government. I don't get it. Why would a member of our government name some part of a museum for Korea? We didn't name it for us. We got it named the way it was. If you can't piece it together from that, you'll understand in about 10 minutes, as we're not that far from our destination. Gotta piece this together. Named by someone in the American government. And it came to Korea named that way, so we just shipped a museum over to them. In any case, we named it for ourselves and not for Korea's sake. Pueblo, Pueblo, oh fuck me. I think I know what this might be, and I don't like it. This museum we're going to, it wouldn't have to be related to the military operations, would it? Why yes, you seem to be making progress. We're going to the Pyongyang Victorious War Museum. There's really only one person in the United States military who places such prominent emphasis on naming individual vessels. You're taking me to see a Navy ship, the USS Pueblo to be precise. Or I say Pueblo, is it? I know other people say Pueblo, whatever. That's what I figured. Yeah, I figured it was a ship once they were starting to get on with it. Maybe you aren't as dumb as I thought. You're precisely correct. The USS Pueblo serves as a symbol of one of our country's greatest victories or capitalist oppression. Wasn't it in the middle of the map? Like landlocked? Well, maybe I can let some of my seaman buddies know how it's faring in its captivity. Stop whining. The only reason we haven't scrapped it is because it's still commissioned. Wait, so the Navy still hasn't decommissioned the ship? I mean, if this was some recent incident, I've heard about it. This ship must be pretty old. Why bother keeping a commission on it? I do not know why. At one point, there was discussion of returning the ship to your country, but those talks fell through. Good luck trying to give it back when it's been turned into a museum. Who says I want our country to give it back? Suddenly, I'm really not looking forward to this excursion. Anyway, I guess I'll get to see your country's side of the events. The true side, yes. The rest of the short car ride is complete in silence, but it says only comfortable silence for Yoonji. I mean, yeah, the Marine Corps is a little bit of inter-service rivalry with the Navy, but in there still our brothers in arms, our family. The pervy uncle no one talks about, but still gets invited to Thanksgiving member of the family. To be sure, but still family. So am I just a bit pissed that one of their ships is being floated in some dumpy North Korean harbor as a tourist trap? Possibly a literal trap at that. It's not going to be an easy excursion. I'm trying to figure out my marching orders for this date. My thoughts are scattered, and suddenly I'm yanked from the car. Enough daydreaming about my sister. We're here. You sure I wasn't daydreaming about you? That made her blush. Good. Why do you go and say something stupid like that? Of course you're dreaming of Jean. All guys do that. They never even look at me. We already went over this. You wouldn't have to be jealous of Jean, would you? Of course not. I don't even care about... As fun as this is, I do feel a little bit bad for Yoonji. I try to cheer her up some. It's obvious she has trouble connecting with people. So because you can do these out of order, I guess they kind of repeat the same thing over and over again. Relax, Yoonji. I wasn't daydreaming of Jean, or even you. Believe it or not, guys do think of other things than girls from time to time. Is that true? Of course. Sometimes I think about food, too. I hate you. I don't believe you. You're too cute to truly hate anyone. So, are we going into the museum or directly to the ship? I promised you the Pueblo, so we'll go there first. This is a German ship. Isn't it? Isn't this a picture of a German... Is that a U-boat? I can tell you that's far too small to be like a US cruiser or battleship. She grabs my hand and starts leading me toward the harbor off of the Botong River. Sure enough, there's an old Navy ship moored there. However, it doesn't look like much of a combat vessel. A Marine like myself can tell the ship lacks any modern equipment. It seems to only be armed with 2 Mod Deuces, or Browning 50 caliber machine guns in polite company. 50 cal... So where's the other 50 cal? I think it'd be on the front, but I don't see it. Whatever. It's probably not an actual accurate picture anyway. Impressive feat, capturing a Navy ship. So is capturing a combat ship from the second best Navy in the world is sort of an accomplishment. Page rain on your poop deck, but that's not a combat ship. Just how do you know, Mr. Army Ranger boy? First, I'm not a ranger, and I'm not even in the army. Secondly, look at some of the decks. They're too low. Get into close combat and the ship can be boarded easily. The weaponry appears defensive at best. Well then, if not for combat, what was the ship used for? Can't say for certain, but giving a guess, I'd say it started out as a supplier cargo ship. The low decks would serve well for tossing stuff on and off. That's ridiculous. Why would a supply ship be stationed anywhere near Korean waters? I don't know. When was it captured? January of 1968. Now it makes sense. That's close to the Vietnam War era. A ship like this would be adequate for reconnaissance missions. So it's meant to be a spy ship after all? Damn, I'd hoped that was just a rumor. Afraid not. If it was caught in the Pacific Ocean around Japan or Korea in 1968, it was likely attempting to get info from radio frequencies. It wasn't Japan. The American ship clearly violated Korean waters. You'll see when we get to the gallery. For long, we're taking on board the Pueblo. Is it? I guess I could look it up here. North Korea Pueblo. Yep, it's actually okay. Let me hold on. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Yoink. Where is that? Where the hell is that? Hold on. That's actually really accurate. So they just took that picture and redrew it. They got rid of the ship in the back, but even like the background with like the buildings is even the same. So they took the Wikipedia picture and just painted it basically. Okay. Good call. I'm just trying to figure out why it's labeled GER. And usually, well, if it was an actual combat ship, it'd be painted all, like it would say Pueblo like in large letters on it. Okay. While entering, I have to admit they've kept the boat in pretty decent shape. They didn't repair any of the damage from the gunfire, but the outside is clean and the decks appear okay. I guess it could have been worse. Seems you've kept the ship in decent shape. Of course we did. It wouldn't be much of a museum if it was in bad condition. As she drones on a bit about how the utmost care was taken by the Korean Navy to keep the ship in tip-top shape, I head up to the starboard side, which faces the water. Looking over gives a stark contrast to the clean facade. One gets entering the ship. The starboard side is rusting over and shows no signs of repair in ages. Not even a coat of paint to try and hide the contempt the Koreans feel for the vessel. Bastards. Hey Yoonji, your Navy does know there are two sides to a ship, right? Of course they do. Even I know that. Port and starboard. What about it? Your port side looks fine, but it doesn't look like you've touched the starboard side since you acquired the ship. No one ever looks over there anyway. Leave it to you to be the one person to walk over and check the side no one cares about. Come on now, you said it was a symbol of one of your country's greatest victories. Couldn't you put a little effort in preserving it if it's so damn important? Nope, can't be bothered. Front looks good, inside is fine. Who cares about the backside? I make a joke about butts. You just offended ass men everywhere. Whatever, are you coming to check the inside or what? There's art and photos as well as some materials the crew's left behind. As most of the captured material has been declassified now, the Workers' Party has placed the original documents back in the code room. Great, it'd be kind of cool to see what the crew is trying to learn. I'm sure it's fake. Yoonji wastes no time in grabbing my hand and dragging me into the inner portions of the ship. On the walls hang mostly paintings and a couple pictures, even depicting a part of Korea's narrative of the events in 1968. Even just a cursory glance shows that their version of the story is dubious at best. Actually, that's probably doing the word dubious a disservice, since dubious implies a very small chance that there's truth being told. Most of what I see is a load of bullshit. Hey Yoonji, do you really think the American ship situates itself right there just offshore of mainland, just like this painting depicts? Of course, you brazen Americans think you can sail right in front of people. Well, our Navy showed you how we feel about spies in true Korea. Yeah, I'm sorry, we may be brazen, but we aren't idiots. And why is the captain of the crew wearing just a silkies and a wife beater while holding a half-empty bottle of Grand Style whiskey? Well, Maybe that part isn't too far off the mark if Gunny's in any example. But seriously, this painting over here depicts the crew playing shuffleboard. If this ship was actually invading your coastline, wouldn't they have burned all the documents if they thought there was a chance of being captured? How should I know? If this is your country's idea of the world's second best navy, you aren't holding much of a standard for the rest of the world. Was Russia's navy a bunch of vodka-drinking bears and rowboats? She didn't say anything as we walk over to where the very few photos are. And one is what looks like a bunch of Korean guys having fun playing poker. Another is what appears to be the command crew of the Pueblo in a group shot. And Yuji, this photo appears to be a bunch of Koreans playing card games. What does that have to do with anything? Once in the middle are the Americans that were on this ship when we captured it. This photo shows them having a good time with our countrymen and how well they were treated in captivity as negotiations ensued. Yeah, not seeing it. I don't see any Americans in this picture at all. I mean, yeah, we are a pretty big melting pot of different ethnicities. There's no way we had this many Asian crew members back then. Hell, I don't even see any black guys in this photo. I mean, not to be silly, there's no way these are the actual crew members. Clearly you aren't looking hard enough. Those 6 in the middle are absolutely American. So why is she arguing with me if she's trying to defect anyway? I don't get this. I don't think we're going to agree on this. Nothing to agree on. Facts are facts, and that picture says 100 words. We really need to work on your slang. Wrapping the subject of why Korea thought it could pass off their Navy crew as ours, I turned to the group photo. View them sitting as a group, like part of an interview or something. These guys actually look like an American crew, so this must be a propaganda photo. Looking closer, I noticed something about the crew members. Something that they're doing that changes my opinion of the least. On at least these sides, they're all middle fingers, right? Those glorious bastards, way to go, boys. This Marine salutes you absolute madmen. What are you rambling on about now? Look at the sailors in this photo. So they've all stationed their hands so the middle fingers are extended towards the camera. That's pure gold. Oh, you mean the Hawaiian good luck sign? Yes, the sailors said that they were treated so well they want to extend well wishes to our Navy members. After all, they knew what they did was wrong, but it wasn't their fault. Orders are orders, right? Better and better. It appears the Koreans, at least at the time, had no idea the sailors were telling them to fuck off in secret. Even if they found out, they're still telling new generations of military members the Americans lied to prevent embarrassment. I'm tempted to crush this misconception, but then playing along with it might be entertaining as well. We'll throw a save in. I don't think it actually matters. We'll just play along with it anyway. I'd say end up going to hell if I were to play along with this government-sponsored fallacy. However, I figure North Korea is probably close to the first stage of hell anyway, so why miss it by inches? It's been a long time since that hand gesture was used by Americans, but back in the 60s and 70s it was really popular. Maybe I misjudge you Americans. I mean, it couldn't have been pleasant for the sailors to be stuck in a foreign land for months on end, but they made the best of it and even offered good wishes to their hosts. Right. Anyway, hand signals have been pretty popular at different times in American history. I told them that Ben Franklin gave the first thumbs up after he was made Postmaster General of the United States. Any hand signals being used today? Of course, I'll show you a couple. I split my fingers so that my pointer finger and middle finger are apart in a V shape. That's pretty dexterous of you to do that. What does it mean? We kind of stole this one from the Brits and give it our own meaning. Show it to someone, it means you wish them well. It's kind of a peace sign. It was popular with a lot of bands back in the 60s. Got any more? Nah, the Hawaiian good luck sign is probably all you'll ever need if you visit me back home. Great, let's go see the artifacts and documents then. Yunji nods and leads away to the code room. I guess we could have told him. I don't understand what telling him the truth would have done. Because like I said, it would have been, we would have gotten into an argument even though she's trying to defect from North Korea anyway. We enter in the code room of the Pueblo, and doing so, it seems like I've stepped back in the 1960s. There's a broken blacklight on the floor and several accompanying posters of the doors on the wall. Doors? Alright. There's some pinup girl posters as well, but it looks like someone took a marker and drew clothing over the naughty bits. I somehow doubt it was one of the original sailors who did that. And I think I see an old lava lamp on one of these tables as well. As I say, these Navy guys are really in their own little world, or this was Korea's anti-American Navy propaganda at work. I'm not sure which it is, though. This was the main room where the sailors would attempt to capture Korean government secrets. They attempted to destroy the evidence before they were boarded, but only succeeded partway. What was seized by our sailors was taken and immediately put into a vault. It's only just been released placed back in here for viewing. Go over on the counter there. Great. Guess I'll take a look and see what our boys were trying to find out back in 1968. I head over to where Yunji pointed and started rifling through a small pile of documents and binders. There really doesn't appear to be anything too incriminating upon first glance. Mostly coordinates of where the ship was at the time and date. Very standard sea and wind conditions. There's a small amount of data on the original leader included, but nothing that likely wasn't already public knowledge. Okay, maybe the scroll about him having a pathetically small Johnson wasn't public knowledge, but I'm guessing a sailor wrote that and before getting captured as a bit of defiance. There's also a familiar looking green binder. It's old and discolored, but it's definitely something you could pick up at the post exchange. Because they haven't updated that model in a few decades or so, I wonder what's inside. Flipping through, I can't help but laugh. I'm not sure why you find material of your country spying on us funny. Care to tell me what you find so amusing? This binder doesn't have anything to do with Korea at all. She comes over and takes a look at the contents. Of course it is. Look at all these X's and O's and diagrams. Clearly this is a war journal that the Navy intended to use to attack Korea. More like this is a war journal that the United States Army intended to use to attack the United States Navy. I don't understand what you mean. Why would your army attack your Navy? This war journal is an Army playbook from the 1967 football team. No wonder Navy won that year. They had the playbook and can formulate a defense against the Army's offense. You mean to tell me this is a dumb playbook for your late American version of football? Pretty much. Guess this is one way to hide the theft. Took the playbook on a ship out in the Pacific. You probably get a small fortune from selling this to a collector. This place is starting to lose some of its luster. Can we go home soon? I meandered around a little bit more, but there's nothing here that's all that damning. I probably could have done without having seen a crew member's molding silkies in one of the glass cases, though. We did get a late start. How soon will the driver be here? I'll text him and find out. Didn't even do the voice. She does so, and a few minutes later, her phone vibrates in response. He said it would be about 30 minutes. I go to say something, but my stomach rumbles before I get any words out. It sounds like you're hungry. Yeah, so I'm going like fast, and I'm not doing the voice super hardcore. I kind of actually just want to get through this and just see the ending. Because I know there's not going to be too much going on. We already know what the twist is and stuff like that, but yeah, I guess so. We can grab some grub around here. There's a meat on a stick cart outside where we arrived. It's not seasoned all that well, but it's cooked properly and should tide us over till we get home. Lead the way, Yoonji. She smiles and grabs my hand, leading me back to where we were dropped off. Sure enough, there's a food cart there offering meat on a stick. This may be the first place I've been to that doesn't offer kimchi as a dish. Well, in this playthrough, we haven't been anywhere that offers kimchi. I ordered a couple sticks and hand one to Yoonji. You didn't have to pay for mine. I can buy my own, you know. I wanted to, okay? I don't quite understand, but thank you. We eat our meat in silence. When finished, Yoonji turns to me and breathes deeply before speaking. I'm sorry if you are uncomfortable with today's date. I know it can't be easy seeing a symbol of your country sitting captured in foreign waters. It does suck a little, but hey, it's just the Navy's old boat. I still had fun. I'm glad to hear it. I had a good time as well. Yoonji blushes and makes a rough attempt at speaking in English. So, your meat is very good. Thank you. I can't help but laugh and smile at her. For all her insults and jabs, she's not that bad. No problem, Yoonji. She smiles and closes her eyes. Oh, she said your meat. I just realized your meat is very. I get it. Okay. I'll just close her eyes. Minutes later, a driver arrives and we get back in the back seat. A few minutes later, Yoonji's eyes are closed and she's resting her head on my chest. I think these girls have narcolepsy or something. Or maybe I'm just comfortable to them. Beats me. Guess I'll nap until we get home too. Okay. Another date down. We got one date left to go. And then just seeing the other choices and the endings. They're not here. Skip. Doing the English lesson where we make her say panties. Notice stuff we walk in on her in her underwear. Picking the last date. We're gonna go to Yanggakdo. The island just outside the center of the city looks promising. It's called Yanggakdo. How about we go there for the day? Looks like I'll be the one taking you out then. Dress comfortably and bring your phone and wallet. If we're lucky, we may get a whole day of games. My phone? Anyway, games? What kind of games? Excuse me, will we get to participate? I'm afraid not. You'll only be spectators. Yanggakdo is home to a 30,000-seat multi-purpose stadium. Well, that's fine too. What will we be watching? Baseball? Basketball? Original leader forbid we ever host Americanized sports at one of our beloved stadiums. The old basketball stuff all the time. Ted Dennis Rodman over, dude. They're a huge basketball country. He loves basketball. Oh, original leader. New current leader. Glorious leader. Loves basketball. Oh, here we go. But isn't the glorious leader a huge basketball fan? We all have our faults. We'll be watching the World's game at Yanggakdo Stadium. You don't mean football, but they mean soccer. Football, I played back in high school. Oh man, I didn't know you guys like football here. Touchdowns, the quarterback sacks, the excitement, they mean soccer. Touchdown? I'm talking about the most glorious game ever invented. You don't mean soccer, right? Now you have done it. Turning back to Yoonji, appears everything in her body from her teeth to her fists are clenched in anger for some reason. What did you say? Look, I don't hate soccer or anything, but if I wanted to watch overpaid guys fake injuries, I'd rather... You did it again. Did what? Whoa. Yoonji is grabbing by the collar and is barking in my face. A lesser man would have crapped his pants by now, or humidified his silkies. Call the greatest game on earth soccer one more time, and you'll be drinking your kimchi through a straw. Calm down, Yoonji. We call it soccer in America because we have a different, manly sport called football. Well, there was that one guy that called it European kickball. Well, that never caught on. I am well aware of your country's particularly bad habit of bastardizing football and thinking your form of it is superior. But by the time you leave this country, you'll never utter the word soccer again. This I swear. I'm starting to think this is a bad idea. Yoonji, be nicer. Remember, part of your low citizen scores were due to bad social interaction. This is a chance to improve on those and learn how to act around boys. Don't say that out loud, as if I want to interact with stupid guys. So I'm the guinea pig, huh? A cute guinea pig, though. Cute? Now you're just making fun of me. Speak for yourself, Jong. It's not like I feel that way too, stupid. You never were a good liar, Yoonji. It's okay to tell him he's handsome. Americans are vain in that way. They'll appreciate it, even if you didn't mean it. Even though you do. Thanks. We can discuss your relative attractiveness some other time. Right now I need to get ready and hang over Yanggakdo. Roger, let me grab my things and we can head out. You'll want to change your shirt to something with red or white on it. They are the colors of the home club there. If you don't have something, we'll have to get you a shirt on the way. Well, is this not okay? Is it not okay to just wear what I already have on? Hey, thank you for the... Oh, it doesn't say how long you were subscribed there. Let me look at it real quick. Hold on. 11 months. I didn't realize I've actually been streaming that long. Even though I did take my breaks in there. Thank you for the resubscription, though. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully we'll get some high quality streams going in the future. Though this one isn't so bad. Though, like I said, I am kind of rushing through it. Anything else would not be a true display of unity. Oh, bummer. And I was just about to change into my American flag shirt. An awkward silence washes over the room. Neither of them seems to be laughing. That was a joke, you know. Just hurry and change already. You're wasting time. At this rate, we won't get very good seats for the first match. Got it. Hurrying up oh so mighty, Snockerstab. I leap and run to the bedroom before Yoonji can say or do anything at my light jest. I'm finding that's kind of fun and a little scary to push her button some. Packing my suitcase looks like I didn't pack any red or white shirts. I did pack a wet windbreaker. I guess I could zip that up and blend in. Hopefully it doesn't get too hot, but at least if it rains I'm covered. Grab my wallet and rather poor excuse for a passable cell phone, I make my way back out. So you have a death wish, I see. I pretty much expected her to be fuming just a bit. I didn't expect it to be so cute though, especially the way her nose wrinkles. She doesn't even have a nose, she just has a little line. Oh death, how I yearn for your sweet embrace. Don't make fun of me. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see Jeong giggle a little bit. You seem immune to my sister's charm. She certainly manages to frighten soldiers around her, though. I think they meant here. Ah, freaking itchy nose, stupid allergies. I can't help it, they're pathetic wimps who can't handle me. Let's get going. The driver is waiting for us. Before I can say anything more, Yoonji has grabbed my hand and is dragging me out the doorway. Fortunately, it's not too long of a walk to the car. The driver is waiting, and he raises his eyebrows just a little at the sight of Yoonji leading me by the hand. I swear I think I heard him mutter whipped already under his breath. Quickly, get in, driver. To Yanggakdo right away. The driver nods and gets in. The car fires up, or sputters more like, and we're on our way. Not too long after the partition between the front seat and the back seat drops, allowing me to view the drive, such as it is. I had no idea how horrible the roads are here. We're practically driving on a bare rock garden. It's bumpy as hell too. My head is bobbing like I'm at a metal concert. I apologize for the bumpy ride. We're slated to get paving sometime in the near future. Well, that's good. Buy the jacket. I don't think it's going to get cold. In fact, it'll likely get hot. The truth is, it's the only thing I have close to a red or white shirt that I brought with me. Mostly in case it rained. Because if it gets hot, I could look around and buy a t-shirt or a jersey or something. We can likely find you a Super Bowl t-shirt, but no one but official players may wear team jerseys. It's almost like blasphemy. Really? In America, people wear team jerseys all the time. It sounds like a silly place. People who are on the team wearing the team's uniform. That's actually true. When any sports clothes I have, like for Ohio State or basketball for the Cleveland Cavaliers and stuff like that, I don't have any jerseys. I just have t-shirts or jackets or something. Because I don't understand the point of wearing a jersey. Plus, jerseys are usually like a couple $100 half the time. It's ridiculous. I can get just a nice t-shirt that's the same color. Speaking of uniforms, I just know something. Why are you wearing yours? I thought we were all supposed to wear red or white, and you're decked out for a parade. That's because I'm supporting my team through solidarity. My team is the April 25 Sports Club, which belongs to the People's Army. As you are now part of our army, you just need to wear their team colors. Okay, I guess I understand. Did you ever play, football? No, there's never enough interest in a women's football team. I ended up on the volleyball team a couple times. I can see that. You clearly have the build for volleyball. What do you think you're saying? You just look like a volleyball player. You know, some people just look like they belong in a certain sport when you see them. I see you and I think volleyball. I see. Like how you'd make a good sumo wrestler. Yeah, exactly. Just alright, I see how it is. Maybe I was going to say you have the legs for volleyball, but I bet you just like shouting spike during the game. Wait, do you mean to tell me you've been staring at my legs? It's not my fault your uniforms are basically miniskirts. Why are your uniforms so short anyway? Fabrics are shortage. We all had to make sacrifices. Right, and next you're going to tell me all the male soldiers just wear booty shorts. Of course not. They are, as you say it, commandos, is that right? Note to self, do not stand too close to the Korean military guys. Anyway, I'm just saying you have the body type of volleyball player, that's all. Don't read too much into it, it's a compliment. It's like a light rattle in my headphones. When I hear it when I open my mouth. It's about time for me to switch headphones anyway. I just really like these. They're Sennheisers, and I've got a SteelSeries wireless set. That means I can stop fiddling with this cord all the time. It doesn't have a giant thing on the side to mess with stuff. But the sound quality is a little bit different, and I just never got used to using it. I really do need to switch to it, though. So I can use it with my PlayStation and stuff, too. Where was I? Americans have an odd way of complimenting people. Better shift subjects before she combats me over that, too. So who is playing today? The main event features April 25 and a friendship game against Urchum FC from Mongolia. Before that, there'll be a ceremony featuring performances to honor the Workers' Party. Leading off of the event are two DPR Korea League games. Kigwoncha I'm not even doing the voice. Kigwoncha Sports Club will play against Emrokchang Sports Club to start, and that will be followed by Ringyongsu Sports Club against Pyongyang City Sports Club. That's a lot of football for one day. And then celebration of a prestigious historical event from the Workers' Party. As a result, they want to make a whole day of it. You should be thankful. We'll have hours of entertaining football as well as musical performances. So one event is being celebrated. Workers' Party secret. I can't tell you. Can't or won't. Yes. I think you don't know, and all you care about is non-stop football. So perceptive, geez Louise. So perceptive and such a sharp tongue. You should give it something better to do. Wait, did Yoonji just make a... Before I can finish my thought... Oh, okay. Yoonji just shoved a sour lollipop in my mouth. Ugh, what did you do that for? And why on earth do you just carry around lollipops? Give your tongue something better to do. You seem disappointed by this. And because I like candy, I'm sweet like that. Sweet isn't exactly the word I would use, but, Yoonji might know far more English than she led me to believe. But how long until we get to the stadium? Not too much further. We're getting close to the Yanggak Bridge. If you look out that way, you can see Yanggakdo International Hotel, the second largest building in Korea, and many tourists stay there. It features a revolving restaurant on the 47th floor, as well as various entertainment venues in the basement. Nearby is the Pyongyang International Cinema Hall, which hosts the Pyongyang International Film Festival every 2 years. Film Festival? That sounds neat. When's the next one slated for? It's actually later this year, but unfortunately not during your visit. A shame. Our glorious leader has graciously been allowing more Western films to be shown. Well, that's good, right? Your film students would be able to learn from some of the films being made by the West. She raises her eyebrows and scoffs at me. You have it backwards, Yankee. Glorious leader graciously brings in Western films he thinks have potential, and then he personally edits them so that the product is even better. He edits them? You mean the scripts, right? No, he takes a physical copy of the film and makes his ingenious edits. Only then is it fit to be shown at our film festival and around the world. I even have a picture of me at one of the Korean premieres from last year. It's in my bag. They show, what's that called? The Seth Rogen, wow, how did I just forget his name? Oh, I just completely forgot his name. The guys who did the funny North Korean film that got like them in huge trouble with like Sony dropped it because Sony was a giant wuss. What was that called? The Interview? Well, yeah, it was called The Interview, right? With why did I just forget his name? Whatever. I'll remember it later. She starts running through her purse and presents me a Polaroid photo of her staying next to a movie poster for what should be the popular super movie General America, except he's had the North Korean flag poorly edited onto his uniform. Oh god, oh no. This next one looks like they even edited terrible CGI into the original Star Battles. No wait, that was our fault. These posters look familiar, but they've been altered. Badly at that. I've seen better edits in Microhard Painter. Well, of course it was altered. Glorious Leader edited the film and then had the posters changed accordingly. This is so wrong on so many levels. Next thing you know, oh god help me. Last photo is of the Titanic ship. Looks like someone edited an American submarine launching torpedoes towards it. These certainly add a new perspective to my favorite movies. Of course they do. The Glorious Leader himself oversees all of the production. Hey wait, didn't the Glorious Leader's father kidnap some South Korean director to make movies for him? Sorry, my nose really itches. Yoonji starts to get flushed and her mouth twists into a frown. Of course not. He came here willingly. That's why he escaped when he was in Vienna, right? No, it was, driver, go faster. Yoonji kicks the seat. Always fighting to make her fret. One of these days she'll probably stab me. I should be careful. Well, enough of ruining my favorite films. You look really good in all of these photos. I think that's the first time I've seen you out of your uniform. That's not true at all, because we took her to the beach and saw her in a bathing suit. Well, why are you complimenting me all of a sudden? Tactical retreat. Anyway, it looked nice. Man, that's not appropriate. Just what sort of girl do you think I am? Okay, I don't think this choice really matters. Clearly you are a refined, sophisticated young lady of high moral standing. In North Korea, the player doesn't make the choices, the choice makes the player, something like that, whatever. You forgot intelligent. Anyway, you should learn how to take a compliment. Look out the window, we're about to cross over the bridge onto the island. We'll be there shortly. I got a text from HQ that there will be an intermission between the first two games. We can go to the revolving restaurant and get lunch there if you like. You might even find some souvenirs there. Sure, sounds like a plan. This is a long date. A few minutes later, we're pulling into the parking lot of Yeongakdo Stadium. Before I even step out the car, I can feel the intensity of the midday sun. We should be able to get decent seats for the first match if we hurry. I'm already regretting my choice of wearing the jacket. I can already feel sweat dripping down my forehead. Having to go up a couple flights of stairs before isn't helping either. That's a huge stadium. Is there any water around here? I'm getting pretty hot. I told you not to wear the jacket. Why didn't you listen? Because I didn't have a t-shirt in the colors you insisted on me wearing. Well, I did until you burned it, but that's neither here nor there. I can go pick us up some drinks. I don't want you to miss out on the game, though. It's uncharacteristically thoughtful of you, but I'll go get us some water. We're gonna have the same thing that happened in the other dates where now some guards come up to us. I same way while Yoonji heads back into the concourse to get water. I'm really getting hot with this jacket on, but there's nothing to be done. If I take it off, Yoonji will get mad that I'm wearing a yellow t-shirt. So I'll be stewing in my own sweat for this game. Lovely. Here you are. I got the maximum amount of bottles allowed. 2 each. She hands me a bottle of water. It seems okay. Imported from China, so you'll be fine drinking it. Great. I'm dying over here. I never imagined Korea could get this hot. The good drink, what sounds like a huge cheer from... Sounds like a huge cheer erupts from the crowd, sorry. That was written incorrectly. Looking at the field, the first two teams to take the pitch are walking out and warming up. However, for what sounds like a great cheer, I don't see a lot of enthusiasm from the crowd. Most are sitting and chatting or reading something. Recorded crowd noises? I'm sorry, come again? The cheer that erupted, it was from a recording. Everyone here is pretty much staring at their feet. Yes, well, the PA worker was just trying to pump the crowd up. Yes, pump the crowd up by prompting them to cheer the teams entering. It's quite normal. They'll be starting the match soon. Care to place a wager? That seems highly unfair. I know nothing about the teams playing. How do I know one of the teams doesn't have some star player? All of the players on the teams are Korean. I mean, how do I know if one of the teams is a superior player? Sounds to me like you are afraid of making a wager. I don't mind betting when I have an idea of what I'm betting on. You aren't wagering much. Just picks who picks up the lunch tab. Fine, you're on. Who's playing again? Kiwancha Sports Club is acting as the away team, and they're all in white uniforms. Amrokgang Sports Club is the home team, and they are in the green jerseys. Anything else you can tell me about the teams? Amrokgang is a team owned by the Ministry of People's Security. They're usually very good and won many league titles. Kiwancha is from the city of Shenyang, and she is bordered with the Chinese city Dandong. They had a streak of league titles in the 1990s, but haven't been good since. So I just pick a team and you get the other. Whichever team loses, that person buys lunch. Yes, now hurry up before they kick off. Maybe Kiwancha has some of those banned Chinese Olympians, although Amrokgang is owned by government's security group. Okay. I don't know if it really matters if we pick the winner or not. I would assume it really doesn't. Yeah, I'll take Amrokgang. I'm guessing Amrokgang is the team to back here. The government security group owns them, although they have all sorts of data on who to get for their team. And maybe so, but usually April 25 has the best recruiting data. That's certainly why they're so successful. Amrokgang is usually in the mix. No need to change my mind. I'll ride Amrokgang to a free lunch. Don't count your chickens before they're beheaded. No, that's not. Never mind. Kiwancha is one of the best young Korean players in the league. Why didn't you tell me this before I made my choice? Why didn't you ask? Well played. All's fair in love, and who has to buy the kimchi? A loud whistle blows, signifying a starting match. They actually had a whistle. Good for them. Both teams are pretty good, and the match goes along eventually goes along evenly at first, sorry. Kiwancha has a striker named Mingji Woo, who can really boot the ball. Surprisingly, when he scores on a hard kick from just inside the penalty arc, Yoonji goes nuts. I thought you were an April 25 fan. Why so boisterous for Mingji Woo? He is the young player I mentioned earlier. Did the voice halfway through. I appreciate his powerful kicks, but yes, April 25 is my team. Maybe he can join them next year. I believe he becomes a free agent after this season. I have to admit, it is pretty cool the way Yoonji gets into the game. She's almost as rabid as any college football fan, cheering, screaming at the refs, throwing things at the field. By halftime, Amrokgang has tied the score. They won. Who did I pick? Amrokgang? At 1-up, and I think I might have sweated off half my body weight in this jacket. I chugged down my second water and wiped my brow. Still not enough. I'm melting like an ice in the microwave. This is when I feel like passing out. Yoonji hands me another bottle of water. You look like you need this more than I do. Yeah, at least you're not overheating. Thanks for looking out for me, though. Wait, why do you think I'm looking out for you? I just can't have you dying in the middle of the stands. It would cause an international incident. I'm doing it for a glorious leader's sake, not yours, so stop talking about it already. Yoonji always gets so defensive, I smile at her anyway. The game resumes for the second half a few minutes later. Amrokgang fights valiantly, but Mingji Woo sneaks the ball in the outside past the defenders and buries a shot in the four corner of the net with 8 minutes left. A bit later, the match is over with Kiwancha victorious at 2-1. I'd appear that a certain American owes their date a free lunch. No need to rub it in, I'll gladly pay my wager. Let's go. I'd like to see if we can get you a shirt before we eat. You look stupid hot over there. Oh, so I'm stupid hot now, eh? Shut up, stupid. You're too easy to mess with. Come on, let's go. We head out and meet the driver, and we're off to the International Hotel. It doesn't take too long to get there. There are barely any cars on the road. Once there, we head to the gift shop to poke around for a t-shirt. I see books. I'm wondering, I notice a books display, and I can't resist heading to it. A small section has headers like a typical bookstore: fiction, non-fiction, autobiography. Glancing at the titles, they might as well be marked as propaganda. Sunrise Leader from Poverty to People's Champion. Crusty Invaders, how neoclassic leader destroyed the American army. The amorous adventures of liberated leader. Yeah, let's go look for a t-shirt. There's a rack of t-shirts over here we can look through. I walk over to check out the selection. There isn't much to speak of. Most are plain and not my size. After a few minutes, I finally find a red t-shirt with the 425 in white on it. It's actually a little big on me, but it's better than wearing your windbreaker. I guess this one will work. Very nice. It's an official t-shirt of April 25. I approve. I purchased it for a relatively reasonable price, I think, and go change into it, wrapping my jacket around my waist by the sleeves. Man, the rattle in these headphones is really starting to go crazy now. I think I fixed it. Yeah, it just went away. We take the elevator to the revolving restaurant. I just have to keep my head really still. Nope, I just clicked out again. I noticed that for some reason, the buttons on the elevator skip from floor 4 to 6. Hey, why does the elevator now have a button for floor 5? Unlucky number, so we skipped over it. That's a new one. I've heard the number 13 being unlucky, but never 5. I'm not sure, but that's why there's no 5th floor. I didn't know that. Korea doesn't do 5 floors. When we get to the floor of the revolving restaurant, we are immediately led to a table. The menu is fairly extensive, offering a variety of Korean dishes. What do you say I should order here? I recommend the Korean food. No need for sarcasm. I just meant that what I want to know is what is good on their menu. The cold buckwheat noodles are good. They come topped with vegetables, pork, and gochujang. The barbecue meats are usually good, but stay away from the dog meat. So that's not just a myth, and dog is served in Korea? Meat is meat. Be it from a cow, dog, or horse. And a person? The sanctions aren't that bad. I think I'll stick to the kimchi and the You said you hate kimchi, and now you're eating it. The buckwheat noodles. As you wish. The waiter comes and takes our orders. Yunji must be hungry as she orders barbecue chicken. I hope it's chicken anyway. Before long, our order arrives and we settle in to eat. How's it taste? Is it good? Thinking about it, I've had far better, but it is certainly plentiful. Sort of makes me feel guilty though, considering the lack of food I've seen. It's good. The kimchi you made for me was better. You like my kimchi that much? You flatter me. My kimchi can't compare to this 5-star cuisine you're eating now, so please don't say such things. Didn't I tell you to learn how to take a compliment? I'm sorry, I'm just, not used to people complimenting me. Lunch continues as we converse over a few different things. Once you get to know her, Yoonji isn't so hard to talk with, though she still gets bashful at compliments. Before long I notice that we've stayed into the second game. I think we're missing the second game, Yoonji. Not that I mind, talking here with you is more enjoyable than watching football. Let's head back then, so we don't miss April 25's game. I'm saying 25, I'm assuming they call April 25, not April 25th. Finishing up, we head back to the car and go back to the stadium. We get there just as the second half starts, not that it matters. Pyongyang Sports Club is already up 6-0 by the time we find our seats again. With such a lopsided score, the refs seem to have swallowed their whistles, and the game goes by faster, with barely any stoppage time. In the end, Pyongyang SC beats Rim Yongsu 9-0. When the teams leave the field, the PA guy gets on the horn with information. Oh, that's the end of my vitamin water. As the teams leave the field, the PA... Oh yeah, I already said that. Please stay seated. In 10 minutes, we will have a performance by the #1 Korean idol, Park Ryu. Really? They made you get her on the schedule for this? This is wonderful. Is she that good? I've never heard of her. Her songs are all over True Korea, though we haven't really exposed her music to the West yet. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before she tops your musical videographic televisions. I found it hard to tell her how wrong that statement was. Beyond the fact that the channel hasn't shown music videos since the 1990s, that is. Well, I'll look forward to it then. A few minutes later, a makeshift set has been put up and the idol has been brought out. She's cute and decked out in obvious Korean attire, complete with the Glorious Leader t-shirt. The music kicks in and it's definitely rough. The sound quality is like something off of an old phonograph. When her cue comes, Park Ryu starts singing. 99 Soviet balloons floating in the Korean sky. Another splendid hit performed by the Glorious Leader. Or penned by the Glorious Leader. This song is basically as old as the guy. I mean, this song was a huge hit, in Germany, 1983. What, did he write it as a baby in German? Oh god, the singer is even wearing the same jacket from the original musical video. I don't know why you keep down Glorious Leader's songwriting ability. There's no way he borrowed a song from the West for our idols. Well, she's a pretty singer. And I guess they say copying is the biggest form of flattery. Well, I didn't even look at what the song was. Was it 99 Red Balloons? I know the song, I just can't think of it, I think. Although I wouldn't exactly call this rendition flattering. If they could update the sound equipment, she might sell in the States. I suppose a goodwill tour by her would be good for the world. And it might brighten the spirits of others to see this top Korean idol perform. I just nod and smile. I don't think she actually knows that the rest of the world has been leaving Korea behind. For decades, it appears from the look of their pop idol. Parker Buell performs 3 more songs, all covers of popular 80s songs before finishing her set. To her credit, she does have the audience eating from the palm of her hand. Well, half these people look hungry enough to eat from my hand too, but I'd eat my hand if Yoonji wasn't there. When she bows, I feel like I hear the crowd cheering in earnest for the first time. Time for the main event then. You said this was a friendly, right? Yes, April 25 is hosting Urmchim FC from Mongolia, a friendship game. I don't know the level of competition, but April 25 is a premier rated team, so what's your bet? After my last crushing defeat, maybe we should just enjoy watching this. Fair enough. I would assume they're not going to let Mongolia win in Korea. Looks like the first match of the day was best of the lot. April 25 cleared the better team on the field, having scored 3 goals in the first 10 minutes. By halftime it's 5-1, April 25 was already sending substitutions to lessen the damage. I guess this match is pretty much settled. Yes, but I'd like to stay and watch it until the end. I don't get to see many football matches with my work in the military. It's really nice to get out, and I've had a nice time with you. Hey, I've had fun too. So sure, let's stay and finish watching the curb stomp. The second half seems to fly by as April 25 decimates Mongolian visitors. Once the score settles at 8-2 for the final, we walk back to the car. It's starting to get dark, and Yoonji yawns as we sit down to go home. Feeling tired? A little. You wouldn't mind if I took a nap, would you? Not at all. A few minutes later, and she's nodded off. A few more minutes later, and she's nuzzled her sleeping head on my shoulder. On one hand, it's nice. On the other, she started drooling. A guy could have a worse day. Yawn. I feel my eyelids getting heavy as well. After what feels like no more than a minute, I'm snapped awake as the driver slams on the brakes. We have arrived home, American pig dog. I non-gently nudge Yoonji. Hey, Sleeping Beauty, we're back. Thanks for letting me nap. I should be able to get dinner together. Sounds like a plan. Okay, now's the group date, which I think we're just going to be able to skip through pretty much every piece of it. Besides picking a different piece of clothing. Alright, head up to Mount Baekgyu. Nothing here has changed. I'm still going to grab both bags. Okay, and we're going to sit next to Yoonji, see how that changes. Next to Yoonji makes sense. Jiyoung's less likely beating me up for snubbing her. Heck, she'll probably be happy, right? I'm belling on over to the seat next to Yoonji and sit down next to her. I can't believe you chose to sit next to me. Why can't you? Well, there's a seat open next to Jiyong, and I figured you would naturally go sit next to her. I could go move next to her if you're uncomfortable. No, don't. I mean, it's okay. It's not like I'm happy you chose to sit next to me. It would be a pain for you to move now, so just stay here next to me, okay? Still can't be honest with him, can you? Well, it's his own fault for sitting with me instead of you. You know, you'll eventually push him away if you keep acting like that. I've lost her voice completely, I don't even care. Acting like what? You know I'm not very good with you guys, especially attractive for... You admit I'm attractive then? No, I mean, yes, but shut up. Oh, Yoonji, when will you ever learn? You shut up too. Don't be a hurt loser because the cute guy sat next to me. Nonsense, I'm happy for you. I wish you a long life together and many babies. Can we get through this ad before even thinking about sleeping with your sister? Are you saying you want me? I see no reasonable answer no answer that gets me out of this with any grace or dignity. So I shall instead close my eyes and pretend I've come down with a case of narcolepsy. Narcolepsy isn't an illness. Can't hear you because narcolepsy. Yes, I have come down with narcolepsy too. You two are such a cute couple. Yoink. Skip ahead. Again. Ladies first, we'll do that, that's the difference. I should head back and let the ladies get into first, given what I think I know about Yoonji. She'll be really shy about disrupting the hot ring and sprint me, but I think she'll be okay if she gets in first and I follow up later. Why don't you two head on out to the hot spring first? I'm going to hang back and stretch my legs for a few minutes. You are going to the hot spring, right? They have different times for men and women, right? No, there's no time separation. And there's a partition they put up, right? So men on one side and women on the other? No, there isn't. Remember, this is built a resort for women, so they didn't bother making a partition for the spring. And don't tell me we're all going to bathe in a hot spring together. Of course, we'll have a great time. We can soak in the mineral water, scrub each other's backs, tell each other all our secrets. But I can't soak in the spring with him. He's a man. It only took 5 days for you to notice this fact? You know what I mean. Look, I figured I'd let you go on ahead and get situated in the spring first. Then I'd follow in after. But if it bothers you that much, I can just wait until you're done and go soak by myself. That will not do. We're all adults here, for legal reasons. Certainly we can handle soaking in a hot spring together. I think I'll be okay if we get in first and you warn me when you come out to join us. Then it's settled. Go on ahead. I'll be there in 10 minutes. That should be enough time, right? That will be sufficient. Come along, Yoonji. I'll make a woman out of you someday. But what? Oh, sorry. I should leave that to Stooge. Don't keep us waiting too long. John drags Yoonji out the door before either had a chance to protest her last statement. Okay, I lied. Yoonji would have protested it. I would have made a stark remark to annoy Yoonji. After 10 minutes, I head over to the Springs changing station. Maybe 2 towels would be a good idea. One to wear in and remove. One to wear in and one to wear and one to remove, basically, to spare Yoonji's sensibilities. The other to dry. Oh no, the other dry off and wrap back around. We're done. The 6 P's after all. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. So with one towel around my waist and the other slung on my shoulder, I head to the spring. Took you long enough. Sorry, spaced out for a couple minutes, but here I am. Both girls are already in the water. Guess I'd best join them. You aren't going to wear the towel in here, are you? No, really. It's okay for him to wear it if he wants. Relax, sister. You've seen him in a bathing suit. When she says this, I whip off the towel, freeing the boys. Shit, cold air means shrinkage. I didn't think this through. Wait, did Ji-young say bathing suits? Also, what was that loud splash just now? Yoonji! Did she just fall into the faint into the water? Your manly display was too much for her. This might be the greatest moment of my life. Let's make sure she doesn't drown so we can tease her about it. I hadn't noticed until now, but now the girl's naked in the hot spring. They do look cute in their bikinis, though. You both have swimsuits on? Of course we have swimsuits on. Did you think we'd be naked? The thought had occurred to me, this being a hot spring at all. I wasn't against the idea of bathing naked, but Yoonji insisted on wearing suits. It's called modesty, sister. And the other situation is just standard, they all wear bathing suits, but... Modesty is nice. I only hope you forget your modesty when you finally confess to Stooge. Just go put on a bathing suit. I don't have one. Guess a spare pair of silkies will have to do. Still, I'm glad you were thoughtful enough to have brought out the 2 towels when you thought we'd all be naked. Was that praise I heard from your lovely voice, Yoonji? Bye-chi. Okay. Here we are, kicking back and soaking in the minerals. Okay, skip. Weird girl shows up. We want the blue. Yoonji likes blues, though I can't remember why. Guess I'll put on the blue and see if I can get a smile out of her. Out to the entertainment room I go. I like the blue robe. It's my favorite color. I know, that's why I picked it. But I never told you it was my favorite color, so how did you know? Probably because it's the color of your pants right now. No, I was thinking more about her uniform's color. Yante, Baichi, yada yada yada. There's the Yoonji we know and love. Skip. So, I've already got saves in this range, but I guess return, okay. I don't know if it really matters. You might just have to pick at the end. 80s pop is what she likes, so that's what I'll do. 80s synths kicks in, strut the stage a bit, nail the chorus, time to rock the refrain with a slightly modified refrain. I think my honest, Young seems to be listing like one would in a core class forced on you by the universe standards. But Yoonji, she's banging her head and whipping her hair around like she's one of my groupies. It's kind of cute, really. Okay, yada yada. Sumeragi comes in. Okay, we'll wish for Yoonji's happiness. I should have done the save. Hold on. Let me do a save right here, too. Because I want to test to see if I can just load this to get the neutral ending by not wishing for either one's happiness. Because this might be the only choice that actually matters. I pull out a year from my pocket. Looks like this is one from Greece. I bet if I gave this back to the Greek government, it would double what they have in their bank account. If I toss the coin into the river, I whisper a wish for Yoonji's happiness. Why do you waste a wish like that? But I'm grateful you thought of me. I forgot my whispering tends to be a bit louder than other people's. Oh well, Yoonji seems happy, so it's fine. Okay, skip ahead. Okay, so now we're starting the Yoonji ending. What I'm going to assume is the canon ending. It's pretty fun, despite the temperatures and yada yada. We already heard all this. Okay. Knock, knock, knock. Guess there's a third option. I'll wait till one of the girls comes to see me. I'm decent, come in. So I thought I'd come see what you were up to. Still roughly around 6'1" or so. I don't think I'll hit any more growth spurts. Why do you always come back at me with the lamest jokes? Do you enjoy teasing me so much? If that doesn't scream not in the mood for dad jokes, I don't know what does. Sorry, you're kind of fun to tease, which is a good thing. Guys tend to tease girls they enjoy being around. You enjoy being around me? Well sure, why wouldn't I? Because I'm always saying mean things to you and acting like I don't like you. I never thought you really meant most of it. You seem to have a hard time expressing yourself, plus you just sold yourself out. Acting like I don't like you implies in fact you in fact do like me. Maybe I misspoke. I'm having a hard time reading Yoonji. Well, even harder than I normally do. She seems to be struggling to not fall back on her usual tsundere routine. There's something the matter? You can talk with me if you want, I'll listen. I guess it's never been easy for me to say what I'm thinking. I've always been in my sister's shadow. At the same time, I feel embarrassed for thinking that way, but still. It's her ease in picking up English. The way guys look at her. I guess I just feel inferior to her no matter what I do. The only thing I can claim to be better at than her would be shooting. I'm not sure why you would feel inferior. You're your own person, and cute in your own way. I am not cute. Stop that. You are cute. Why would you ever take a compliment from me? How am I ever supposed to tell you how much I like you when you won't even let me tell you you're cute? Wait, what am I admitting right now? Did I just tell Yoonji I liked her? Well, I like you too. I mean, wait, no. I won't stop myself this time. I love you, Stooge. She's sincere. This is coming right from her heart. She deserves a truthful answer in return. I love you too, Yoonji. I'll leave you to go hit on John. Wait, did you just tell me you love me too? Yes, I did. You're not teasing me, right? Please tell me you aren't. My heart can't take that kind of teasing. I don't tease about important things like this. You are fun to be around, and I've fallen head over heels for you. Oof thud. Yoonji pulled her uniform off in a flash, as if to make sure it's real. She's tackle-hugged me to the bed and is showering me with kisses. I'm trying my best to return them, but she's peppering me with them like a machine gun. Hey, mind if I get a chance to breathe? Yoonji rolls around, leaving me above her as I regain my breath. At least in this photo, she's actually on the bed. We're not like at a foot. Well, we're still at a weird angle here. But we're not like in a really weird angle. Remember a couple nights ago when you helped me with English? Sure, I remember, but what does it have to do with here and now? I want to learn one more word. What other word? Oh. I don't know what I don't fully understand. I know it's a sexual thing, but I don't know what one word they're specifically talking about. What sort of tour guide would I be if I didn't give you the best Korea has to offer? Did you just say something flirty? You might want to get used to it. I'm claiming you as mine, you know? No sharing with the people then? Of course not. Ugh. In my mouth. I'm more equal than the rest of the populace, and I don't share. Okay. Now the whole thing happens again. I've heard about taking sailors shore leave to get the little action. This is entirely different. I'm in love with the girl, and she's in love with me. I can't leave her behind after shore leave is over. The question is, how do I go about making this happen more in the future? I'm due to leave here another day, and I doubt she can just waltz out with me. Yoonji has actually fallen asleep on top of me like a cat. I'm not complaining, but it might make going to the bathroom a tad difficult. Maybe I should rest up as well in case round 2 is on the way. I think I heard someone moving. Must be Jeong going to the bathroom. I guess I'll get that shut-eye then. Wait, Jeong came in here. Hi Jeong. Fancy running into you here. Well, it is my own bedroom, you know. And here you went and deflowered my little sister on my bed. Pretty nervy of you. I love it. That's a weird thing to say. Yeah, sorry about that. Things kind of got carried away there. I wasn't thinking with my head. Oh, I do believe you were thinking with your head. Just not the one that contains your brain, but it's okay. This was what I hoped for. You did see me playing matchmaker at times, didn't you? I must admit, you were pretty cute. I might have to lock Yoonji in a closet and have my way with you myself. I don't think Yoonji would allow that. Relax, I was merely teasing. However, I'm afraid I do have something for you here that's not teasing about. Moonlight, I see something shiny as that needle, yada yada. There's a certain appearance that our leader needs you to feign. For the sake of our mission, this way seems easiest. You don't have to do this. Whatever you're doing, let's talk it out. I'm afraid I do, but don't worry. This won't kill you. Probably. With that, she gently injects me with the needle. This will just make you go to sleep for a while. Not permanently. But why? What did I do? Damn, it's full of stars, sleepy stars. You only put in the recommended dose, right? Yes, of course I did. Maybe. Help me dress him. Let's take him to the rendezvous point. Can I borrow him for one night sometime, please? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Let's move. Okay. So Grai feels I'm on a 3-day rage room. Surely I'm just barely sobering up. I lose so heavy. It takes time my surroundings though. This should be all be the same. Yep, still the same. Still the same, but I can't skip it because there's going to be slight differences in the conversation. Okay. Yada yada yada. He's their father. We already know all this. Yes. How did I know? This is all exactly the same. You're the one who invited me to Korea? Yeah, we did this. When you invite my daughters and hopefully fall in love with Yoonji, my youngest, that part must have worked, seeing as you're sitting here right now. Yes, in a roundabout way, Yoonji and I have confessed our mutual love of each other. My precious youngest girl. I'm happy she's managed to express her feelings. Problem is, I'm not sure how to go about getting out of the country safely. Okay. Okay, this is all the same. This is all the same. Okay, this is all the same. All the same. Wait. So the container is different. So now we're in DPRK 24601. Let's give that a quick Google. Is that a zip code? That is the prisoner number for Jean Valjean in Les Miserables. That's what they went with? Okay. Cool. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, I almost closed the stuff. Okay, same thing. Oh, it's on the ship. Destiny favors Glorious Leader. Different ship, I think, too. Okay. This is the same. She's still giving the sneaky thing, but we can't skip this for whatever reason. This is all still the same. We're still gonna... We jabbed out his eyes again. Cool, cool, cool. We're in Jean Valjean's shipping crate. Are we gonna come out in Syria again? There's a cool place called Las Vegas where you can spend all day ignoring the natural desert beauty and instead stay inside driving quarters and slot machines while drinking free booze. They tell me stories about their parents. Okay. That's the same. I'm not being behind the shipment. I can't make the... Okay. I think I heard someone say, "Welcome to Duras," when we arrived in port. Damn it. I know that's in Europe. I can't recall where. That does explain why we're on a ship for so long, though. I felt like we were in the airfare for a bit, so I think we're not on the ship anymore. We must be on a cargo truck heading somewhere. I'm afraid I didn't catch where the truck is heading, so we'll find out when we get there. We should change back into our uniform so we can officially surrender, yada yada yada. Okay. Okay, so we still just... nothing changed. Oh no, now we're in a red flag with a blackbird. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Bad news and more bad news. Wonderful, and that would be Albania. Yeah, I don't know the Albanian flag. Welcome to Albania. This is the West? Wow, the West sucks. Even Pyongyang didn't look quite this bad. You think this is bad? Wait till we get home to Detroit. Detroit's actually not that bad. It's gotten a lot better and it's on the up and up. Okay. So ending really didn't change at all. Where's my mouse? Okay. So extras, I'm assuming we're still missing one. That we're still missing one. So let's try. Let's load this. Make a wish. We're gonna wish not to die back on the trip. I come here from looks like a coin from Croatia. Huh, must be a new one. Never remember the Balkan was. They always change names so quickly. Wait, so does Croatia even use the euro? Excuse me. Whatever, it's worthless to me anyway. As how's going the river, I worship a wish that Yuji doesn't drive the car off the mountain to our deaths. I guess with both of us wishing for the same thing, we'll double our chances of survival. We didn't die on the way here, why would we die on the way back? Well, maybe if you hadn't mentioned driving us off a cliff before I made my wish, I'd have come up with something better. Okay. Alright, so that still happens there. So... let's see. I think we need to make some more neutral decisions here. So let's start. We'll be able to skip through pretty much every. Oh, hold on. There we go. I guess we'll split time between them. Okay. So we made her mad there. We're gonna do whatever we can to make him mad, I guess. And see if it works. Okay. Okay. That was new, but I didn't feel like reading it. I'm hoping this only takes a couple minutes to get to it. So I know there's choices that make them not happy here that she gets upset with, so we gotta skip through that if we pick the wrong thing for her. We'll just apologize. Okay. Now, I guess there's something we could have read there. All I wanted to see the alternate ending if we can get it. If I can't figure it out, like on this one, I'll just look it up how to get it, basically. I don't want to spend hours doing it. Green Bear with foliage floors, which she doesn't like. Okay, I guess she still was fine with it. Okay, keep skipping, keep skipping. Boob grab. Was there anything I could have said to her at one of these places that made her mad? I don't remember. Doesn't look like there actually was. Oh, I think the main thing I just need to do is the bus ride. I completely forgot about the bus ride. Well, it doesn't matter. We're pretty close to getting there anyway. We just gotta go through one more date. See her in her underwear. Cool. So this one like gives me a chance to do something, doesn't it? There's one that gave me a chance to do something when I don't remember what it is though. I know I get held up here. Okay, I guess that choice doesn't really matter. Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me skip this. Okay, that was weird. Just because I made a different choice even though everything was the same. Okay. Now do the thing, I'll pick the thing. I'll just carry both there. Not gonna show a preference, I'm just gonna carry both bags again. I'm gonna pick the seat between them. Indecisive wuss. I think we're on the right path here. Sky blue. Because we're alternating there. We went in first, which she liked. And do 60s folk and see what happens here. Okay, they both like the performance. Okay, whatever. Skip through this. Wish not to die on the trip back. Okay. It's pretty fun to split the temperatures the only time I got to Alaska, yada yada. Here we go. It's not letting me skip, so something's new here. Unpack my bag. Waiting for something to happen. Knock, 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 because there's a third option. Waiting. Ming Zhong, what can I do for you? I came because I wanted to talk with you about something. Sure, I've got nothing but time right now. What's on your mind? This past week has been really nice. A bit of a new experience for me. I keep having certain feelings at emergent times, and I'm not sure what to make of them. You mean about me and going home soon? Sort of, I think, anyway. Knock, knock, knock. So we didn't pick either? Okay, hold on. I think Yoonji's looking for us. Come in, Yoonji. Hi, Stooge, I want to... Jiang, why are you here? So this is them both admitting it, even though it's kind of not nice to either one. I came to talk with Stooge about something. Oh, I want to talk with him about something as well. Well, don't be shy. Go ahead and tell me, both of you. It's not something I wish to discuss with Yoonji in the room. Yes, I'd rather it just be us in private without Jiang. Look at both of you need to talk about that needs privacy from the other sister. Okay, awkward only begins to describe the situation. Well, I can flip a coin to see who goes first, and then I can hear you both out in turn. I'm afraid there isn't enough time for that right now. We'll have to continue this later. I'm not sure what you mean. We don't have anything planned. Something's up and I'm clueless as to what it is. While I try to puzzle this out, Jiang has positioned herself between me. What's more, she's holding my hands. Is this what she was starting to talk about? Does she have feelings for me? This cannot be helped. We're on a time limit and we've almost hit it. Wait, when did you usually turn it back to me? I was so busy pondering Jiang's closeness I failed to notice that. But she's facing me now and she has something in her hand. Once we get through this, we can all sort everything else out. Get through what? Ow. Time for you to sleep for a bit. Don't worry, you'll have a clear picture when you wake up. Damn, with my guard down, Yoonji went and stuck a needle in my arm. If what you just said is a drug to maybe go to sleep for a bit. Don't do anything too weird to me and my... Okay, so we didn't make a choice. Why are you here, sister? You didn't stick to the plan. I had something I want to confess to Stooge before we went through with the plan. Wait a minute. You went in early as well. I also want to tell Stooge something before the plan. But they both fell in love with me. You like him, don't you? You like him, don't you? Okay, that's me doing them quickly back to back. So they both like me. Because I didn't favor one or the other. So groggy, feels like I've been out, yada yada yada. Okay. Let's see if anything's different here. Something's gonna be different, but... Okay, he's complaining. I had planned, yeah, to save my girls, falling apart due to circumstance. You're the one who invited me to Korea. Well, fallen with Eugene, my youngest. However, you kind of screwed up, and the resulting argument lost us too much time. How did I screw it up? I love you, Stooge, and I won't give you up to anyone. I can't give you up to Yoonji or anyone. Oh, that's some loud thunder. We'll give that a second. I can't give you up to Yoonji or anyone, Stooge. Tell me you love me the most. I'm certain he loves me the most. There's no way he loves any girl more than me. Both girls are in love with me? Is that how I screwed up the plan? It appears your inability to focus on one girl brought about a feud between the girls. The resulting argument ate the time we have for escape. I'm really sorry you won't be able to escape, but that doesn't mean I should miss my flight out of here. I don't think you fully grasp the situation. You won't be making that flight, or any return flight. Members of the People's Army are on their way here right now. I made arrangements for you girls to one ship, but that ship is already set off.
The party wants you for their own propaganda or other plans. The main question is, do I hand you over and you save your life along with the girls? Or do we all get captured together and get slaughtered as a group? I'm a dead man either way. I can't resist the poisons forever. The girls haven't been poisoned. Maybe I will arrange something to avoid you and the girls dying. I have the feeling that I'm not going to be leaving North Korea. No, you'll be staying in North Korea until you're deaf. Death. The only question is, will your death be in the next week or years from now? I don't really want to die. However, I don't really want to stay in North Korea either. It sounds like those are my only options here. While it's a terrible situation to put me into, it still wouldn't be right for me not to try and keep the girls from dying, especially since it appears both of them like me a lot. It appears my options aren't great, but I can't give up on my life or on Yoonji and Jeong's lives. What is your new plan? I'll turn you over to the People's Army. I still have a high-ranking friend I can turn to. If all goes according to plan, be given a position appropriate to an expatriate. I would imagine teaching English or something on that level. Do not waver from answering any questions appropriately. When you are asked to announce your American citizenship, you'll have to do it. Failure would mean your death. And what of the girls? So long as they continue to be loyal to Korea and announce their ties with me, I believe they'll be spared, for now. They watch heavily for the rest of their lives, as will you. For convenience, they'll probably put the three of you somewhere together to make it easier for their resources to watch all of you.
You believe they'll put him in with the two of us?
For at least the immediate future, I think they would. Beyond that, it's hard to say. Just remember to make sure you stay useful to the party and loyal to the leader, and you should at least be kept alive.
Sorry, big sneeze.
There's no other solution? I suppose I could see about just having you share a cell with a fellow American. You probably haven't heard, but a university student from your country since 15 years of hard labor, yeah, that guy's actually dead now.
It's kind of bad. Well, he wasn't dead when they wrote this, so it's not in poor taste, but he got tortured to an extent to where he basically was brain dead. And they released him back to America, and he died like the day he got back, because he was just messed up. 15 years for stealing a poster. Me for real, I mean, college students steal each other's school mascots for fun all the time. They barely get community service, much less time in jail. Make no mistake, our leader and the party love to take any opportunity they can to stick it to America. The student was just a college kid on a sponsor trip with China's Young Pioneers tours. They think they wouldn't love to do the same to a member of the American military. Your best bet is staying alive, confess to falling in love with the country and how America is wrong. Renounce your citizenship and make it as believable as possible. Damn it, if it were just me, I'd go and die as the red-blooded American I am. But I can't take the chance that they'll kill both Yoonji and Jeong as well. Are you sure this will work, Father?
Not completely, but it's the best chance we have. I hear movement coming closer. I don't think we have much time. I'll try my best. A few minutes later, a couple members of the People's Army come in for us. Kwang-jo asked for his friend, who came in, and the two discussed my fate. True to his word, Kwang-jo said his daughters had helped lure me into the country, and that I was ready to defect and help the Koreans move ahead in the world. I think it helped that I showed him my military ID. The girls were allowed to return to their place, but they were told that they would be heavily supervised for a while. Kwang-jo and his friend stayed behind with a couple military members outside the door to the room. My party subordinate here tells me that you have come to your senses and see that the way of the one true Korea is correct. I don't buy it, but fear for your life works for me as well. So here's what we're going to do. As it stands, I need someone to teach English to my military. Our other teacher was less than satisfactory, and since you are young, you likely have a better grip on the language and our current slang. Not to mention you have knowledge of key military terms that may prove useful. I've got a camera outside. I'll leave this pen and paper here so you can prepare your statement. Make it a good one and you'll keep your life. Keep your life. I'll even let you bunk with those two daughters of Kwang-jo's. Saving resources of keeping tabs on all three of you if you're in the same place. But make no mistake, once you read that statement, there's going to be a huge clap of thunder in a second. That statement, there's no going back to America. You'll belong to the People's Army, body and soul. At least the storm's getting further away, because that was a big distance between the lightning and the thunder. Stay loyal to me, and your life won't be much worse than it was in America. With that, they both depart, leaving me in the guarded room to write my defection. How the hell did it come to this? I just wanted to visit Korea, not become a pseudo citizen. After about 30 minutes, they come back with the cameraman. I guess what I'm about to say will be broadcast eventually. Guess I'd best put on a good performance. They signal the camera. The signal the camera's murmuring. I like to start this statement before elaborating. Due to my wonderful time here with the guides provided to me, I've come to realize that the only way the world should accept is the true Korean way. As of now, I cannot accept the United States way of life and will henceforth be residing in Korea. I look forward to spending the rest of my life here in this unspoiled land of real opportunity. I urge the government of the United States to reevaluate itself and learn from their betters. I go on for about 5 to 10 minutes. Past having a wonderful time with Jiyoung, I didn't mean a single word of the bullshit coming out of my mouth. I just hope I sold it right, or I'll have renounced my citizenship for no reason. After I'm done, the cameraman nods and leaves me with Guang Zhou and his superior. You did well, I think. Good enough for government work, as they say in your country. We'll send you to Kangdong for a couple weeks, and once done there, I'll set you up with teaching English to my military. In the meantime, I'll move the 2 girls into a place with a 3rd room, where you live with them under surveillance. The longer the 3 of you go with good behavior, the lighter the surveillance. Welcome to Best Korea. Hope you survive the experience. Wow, they even added in another little place here. Turns out Kangdong is a re-education camp, to put it bluntly, a prison, and a horrid one at that. In between shifts in a limestone quarry, I'm made to memorize various speeches made by the leaders. I feel like this ending is longer than the other endings. After 2 weeks of rarely bathing, eating next to nothing, and choking in limestone dust, I'm moved and sent back to Pyongyang. I guess I figured they'd go ahead and break my spirit just in case I was lying in my speech. I consider myself lucky I was only sent for 2 weeks, mostly for the re-education purposes. The prisoners there, they were walking skeletons. Starving, broken, hopeless skeletons. Death would be the most humane thing for the prisoners there. When I got out, the guards were nice enough to power hose me down so I wasn't completely filthy. I think I lost a lot of weight myself, and I was lean to begin with. But I'm out, and I'll soon be back with the reason I came to Korea in the first place. Welcome home, Stooge. It's not like I missed you or anything, but welcome home. Your dad's dead and you seem happy. But I still have my new life. I'm told that I can't go anywhere without one of the 2 girls accompanying me. I end up going everywhere with at least one of them. The brass also decided to stick Yoonji in my English class. I like to say she made a lot of progress, but she hasn't. Every other person that has come through catches on quicker than her. Jung says she does it on purpose so she can spend more time in the same room as me. I hate that I can't pick between the 2 of them, but they don't seem to mind it. It appears the party has forbidden anyone else to be with the 2 of them anyway, or so they've told me. This is my life now. I live with 2 beautiful girls in one of the most insane countries in the world, with no hope of ever seeing the United States again. And thus ends my one and only trip to North Korea. I get to stay forever. That's kind of funny. I feel like there's gotta be something I still missed though, right? I still missed something. Hold on. We're gonna Google this. We're Googling this. Okay, 4 different endings and how to get them. We got 3 on our own here. Okay, bad ending. Okay, so what we got was the bad ending. What we're still missing is the very bad ending. Dang it. I think we have to go through most of the game for this. Okay, so hold on. You need to go on 2 or 3 dates with one girl, but choose what the other girl likes while on the spa trip. So I didn't vary it enough. Okay, so let's... Don't care. Skip. Actually, I could probably load a save to get this. Hold on. I think I can just load a save to make this faster. I think I can load this save and make it work. This save, I did everything with Jiyoung, right? So now the trick is, as we're going on this, I need to pick everything with Yoonji. So I need to help her with the bag. Okay. So we led her on with all the dates, and now we're gonna like do nothing but flirt with Yoonji. Keep skipping. And this is gonna be the very bad ending, supposedly. Why did I pick? It says to pick first. Alright, well, we're gonna do that because that would says the little thing I'm saying says to do that. But it seems like that's the choice she doesn't like. Whatever. We'll see what we do here. We go with 80s pop to make her like it. Because this is, we didn't focus properly on either. The other way, we kind of focused on both. And then didn't make a choice. In this version, we focused entirely split on both. But because we were so wishy-washy, neither one, we didn't devote enough time to either one. Okay. So here's the next thing. We hit it. Perfect. Maybe I should go check in on the girls, see if they're actually asleep. Okay, so neither one came and knocked. Cool. So we did get the other end, yeah. Getting up, I noticed I left my door open. Odd, I don't usually do that. Once I'm in the hallways, I can see the lights are in the other room where the girls are sleeping. There's only slightly cracked. I head up to it, but before I can open it, I'm startled by Yoonji's sharp voice. What do you mean we have to get out of here now? We haven't finished the plan yet. I'm not usually one to eavesdrop. Maybe I shouldn't butt in on this. I'll just go get some water. Voice on speaker. We'll have to change the plan drastically. If you don't get him here tonight, all of us will be in danger. In that case, I guess I'll be eavesdropping. But I don't think either one of us is close enough yet to get him to follow through with it. I think he'd just run to the airport or to the Swedish embassy. If he knows the protective power for the United States and Korea. That's a handy bit of information I wish I'd known earlier. However, I'm not liking where this conversation is heading. He'll get nowhere at the airport. The party's already invalidated his return visa. I doubt he knows where the Swedish embassy is. Still, it's almost nighttime. Are you sure they're on the move now? There's no mistake. Now please hurry. Every moment you spend questioning me is a moment we lose to our foes. Understood. Though I don't know how we're going to convince him. We have the sedative. Inject him and bring him here. Post haste. Sedative? What the hell? I'm noping out of this one. However, just as I go tiptoe back to my room and figure a way to the Swedish embassy, my elbow hits the door. Guess I was too close. Stooge, is that you? I scamper off to the bathroom and shut the door behind me, locking it before slumping in front of it on the floor. I'm sure they'll find my hiding space soon. I'm not even sure why I chose the bathroom, since all my stuff is back in Jung's bedroom. Stooge, you don't have to hide in the bathroom. Let us explain, please. I could just kick the door down, sister. Then we'd have to apply a new door, and that takes weeks. Like we need a draft to match up with cold showers. Got it all wrong. I just had some kimchi that turned bad in my stomach. Might be a while, so go ahead and meet up with your leader while I just do a detox here. Stop acting like a child. Let's explain. There isn't much time. Yeah, Willis Child heard the word sedative and inject and has decided against your prescription. We promise not to inject you with a sedative. Will you come out and talk? Maybe. We do have a screwdriver around here. We can just remove the door and then inject you anyway. Alright. But I'll meet you in the living room. Agreed. The two of them walk off and I slowly come out of the bathroom. The thought occurs to me to grab my bag and make a break for it. But they must have had the same thought since Yoonji is sitting back by the bedroom door. Guess I'll meet Jong in the living room. Yoonji follows me in. Go ahead and sit down and we can talk about what you heard. I take a seat on the couch, but at a distance from either of the girls. This may sound out of place after overhearing the phone conversation earlier, but we need your help. My help? How does drugging me help you? We can't do that now. Oh, we can't do that now, so we just drop it. Tell me, Stooge, what do you really know about North Korea? Not a whole lot. I wasn't really one to pay that much attention to world events, but my impression of the country is that the government is pretty insane. I suppose that's one way of putting it. I can't say too much more, but there was a reason for us bringing you to Korea. Even besides showing me the tourist attractions? Yes, though we don't quite understand it ourselves, but it'll be explained when we get to the rendezvous point. Who are we meeting? Our father. Whoa. A little early to be meeting the parents, isn't it? Just our father. Our mother passed away recently. Damn, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Will you please come with us? We've lost a lot of time already. Actually, we need to move now. Father just sent me a text. We're about to be made. I'm sorry, Stooge, but I'll have to end the argument here. You still haven't told me anything, though. What's actually going... Before I can ask her what she does, some heart strikes my head. She knocked me out. Cool. The hell you do that? Ow, hey. It wasn't supposed to turn out like this. We're really sorry. Well, Jiang is sorry. I sort of had fun tossing that AK magazine in your big forehead. This is not what we mean by killing with kindness. We need to hurry. Get the car started. Hello? Not pleasant as the dreams I just had. The feeling in my head isn't all that pleasant either. Let's see. I remember having a conversation with the girls about some plan they had, and they drugged me. No, wait. You hit me in the head. That explained the raging headache. And now I'm awake. Actually, where am I? It's really dark in here. Definitely not the girls' place, but I'm also not alone. There's a card, yada yada yada. I don't know who I am. I changed voices. The driver. You're the driver, aren't you? Yes, I've been talking to you. Driver. I guess you should say my girls this week, as they're my daughters. Wait, what did you say? My name is Angel. Okay, this is new, but I'm still just not reading it. I have no intention of detaining you, however, I have no power to stop those who will. Come again. The People's Party has already voided your return visa and you're going to be arrested, along with me and my daughters. Wait, you're part of the People's Party, aren't you? How can I arrest you, the girls, and me? North Korea is a brutal dictatorship led by a demagogue and a single political party that rules with an iron fist. Okay, this is exactly the same. So I'd execute him and me. Damn it, what are we sitting here for? We need to get out of here. What's the plan? The plan was for you and the girls to stow away a freight container ship or further stories left port. Break in, yada yada. Hey, Father. I can only offer my most sincere apology for getting you into this mess. I'd hope you would help bring my dear stars to freedom instead of I brought you to your death. Maybe it won't be so bad. Maybe they'll exchange me for something. If I'm lucky, I may even get to meet Dennis Rodman. Lawyers later might also take up jogging, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Minutes later, the army comes in and arrests us along with the girls. We're taken to a prison outside Pyongyang to await our fate. The girls are in one cell, and Huang Zhou and I are in the one next to it. Over the next couple days, we await our fate. We mostly just starve and talk, while the girls appear to have an extra cellmate. So yes, well, nice, they're in their underwear. This floor is too hard. Can I use for you for a pillow, Jiang? I'd prefer it if you did not. Don't be like that. We're sisters now, bonded through time in the pen. You realize we're all going to be executed, right? That's not a reason to die. Meet a little heaven on earth before actually being sent to heaven. And hey, I got to see you too. Should be W there. Beauty's in your unmentionables before I go. You know, there's never been a good supply of fabric here. Huang Zhou says nothing of the time period. I guess he feels guilty about dragging me into this. He doesn't even look me in the eyes and stares at the ground or a wall at all times. Every so often, one of the girls will talk with me, though. I'm so sorry, Stooge, that it all ended this way. Dad was just trying to save us. I don't think he felt that his plan would fail. Please try not to hate him. The hard thing to not be resentful. After all, my life is about to end. My family will likely never know, and I'll never get to tell them how much I love them. But taking out on him would be pretty useless. Alright, we dead. Finally, one morning, the guards whisk us out of our cell and take us before what passes their court. Procedure is short since they don't actually put us on trial. Instead, they just announce us guilty of multiple crimes against the state and the People's Party and glorious leader, that we're all going to be put to death, mostly for being called spies for an enemy nation. Pierce Glorious leader decided to go for the classic approach to our execution. We're all tied to posts with blindfolds and face a firing squad. Well, I guess this beats an electric chair or lethal injection. I really hate needles. I have bad news for you. You're about to be cured of that fear permanently. Ready. How did my charge go from grabbing an army member's ass to espionage? That wasn't the right voice. That's what she is getting executed for? So wait, she was getting executed no matter what. Even on our good ending, she dies. We got her killed for grabbing her ass. Okay. You wouldn't believe the amount of things a spy can hide in there. I really think I could have been shot without knowing that and been happy. You're happy about being shot? My final act on Earth is not going to be explaining slang to you. Aim? At least it was more justified than Panzer Medel's fire. Yeah, Panzer Medel's ending was stupid. Never played it, watched him play it. Cool, we died. But that took a while. I thought it was only going to take like an hour and a half or 2 hours to get through everything today. But we did it all. I'm going to go ahead and, what time is it, like 6:30? Yeah, we're in 3.5 hours. I'm going to call the stream there. I'm definitely going to be streaming tomorrow, probably later in the day. I'll figure out exactly what I want to do for that. And then I'm kind of been coming back in like 3 or 4 hours and streaming again tonight something. Maybe streaming some Fortnite with some friends or something like that. But I do want to watch the basketball game that I think is on at 8:30. So after that game, I'll decide if I want to stream or not. But I'll definitely be back tomorrow, probably closer to around 5 Eastern maybe. And I'll see what I actually want to do. I'm thinking it might just be Throne of Lies. I might start with Throne of Lies, and if after a couple games it doesn't turn out well, I might switch to something. I'll have to decide if that was going to be Dark Souls Remastered, if I pick that up, or if something else I've got that I want to play. But I'll figure that out, but hopefully you stuck through. I know there's a few people who popped in today and watched it, and I know there's more people that are going to check it out on YouTube, so hopefully you enjoyed it. I know I did get kind of fast-forwarding and skippy near the end there. I don't think the game was bad. I think it was pretty good overall. A little bit too much fourth wall breaking, recycling the same jokes and over again. And that's because I played the game weird. But it wasn't bad. The endings, I mean, I understand the whole thing's a joke, but I would have preferred like maybe a real ending. But it is what it is. Hopefully people enjoyed watching it. For the next visual novel, if you find one, let me know. Shoot it to me in Discord, over on Twitter, in a comment on YouTube videos or something like that. I'll notice it. If you see one that you think I should play. I wish I hadn't watched somebody else play Doki Doki Literature Club, because I would love to play that. But there's not really much point playing it when I've already seen the ending. So, it is what it is. But thanks very much for taking this kind of goofy journey with me. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did watch this on YouTube, please go ahead and like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff and whatnot. But otherwise, as always, I really hope you enjoyed it. Please have a great day.